a new stream that we're doing. We are um I am Fetty. This is Dark Ruffalo. That's Zanny DeVito.
Hello.
And this is our
What's
first
up?
episode of fan service, which is going to be something we're doing new here. That's right. We're going to be talking about some
Mhm.
anime, something that we've started watching together, or something that we have completed around the same time together, and we're just gonna break it down and give you guys our thoughts about it, and just see see where we're at, see how we feel about the whole thing. But before we get into that, let's say what's up to everybody. Dark Ruffalo, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream, my guy.
Yo, thank you for having me. I'm excited about this. We're the three of us are big weebs. We definitely watch a lot of anime, probably the most out of our
Yep.
friend group.
Yeah.
And I know how,
For sure.
yeah, and I know how opinionated the three of us are when it comes to animes. I'm sure we have different takes on these animes, especially for tonight.
Yeah.
Everyone probably has a different favorite, so I can't wait to get into it.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for being here, brother. We also got Zan DeVito. What's good? How you doing?
What's going on, everybody? I am excited to be here. Just like fucking Kyle said, we all have, you know, we're very opinionated about the anime that we all watch. So I'm very excited to have these conversations because I always want to have conversations about anime with everybody, but not I can't always, talk to everybody all the time. We're all so busy. And I'm glad that we found a time that we can actually talk about it and put our opinions out there for everybody else to see as well because I think what all anime fans have a hearable opinion about what they're watching, whether or not
Yeah.
you agree with it is another thing, but
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
everybody has interesting opinions on anime for sure.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for being here, brother.
And what about you, man? How you
Yeah, what
Oh,
doing?
about
man.
you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Excited, a little anxious, a little nervous. This is our first time doing this fan service um uh type podcast about anime, never really talked about anime besides, really short stuff with people. Just like, hey, have you watched this episode? It was good. And that's literally like all it
Right.
is. We never goes like too much deeper than that, or have you seen like the latest manga, this or that, so having a
Mhm.
safe space to do this is really nice. Very everyone's opinionated. It opens yourself up to more questions about the animes, things that we wouldn't have known. So this is really
Yeah.
awesome. So man, before we get into the animes we watched, what's in our rotation? What are we currently watching?
Mm.
That's a good question here. Dark Ruffle, would you like to start us off?
Yeah. Well, I've been on a search, on a journey, trying to look for horror animes.
Okay.
Animes. I'm trying to scare myself to see if it's possible with anime. And I've already finished Cool Live, Gaku Karashi, or something like that. I'm gonna be naming the animes in English because yeah,
Okay.
I've also been watching them dubbed for the most part.
Okay.
But School Live, I've watched that, Shiki, and right now I have When They Cry.
When they cry,
And
Higurashi no Naku.
yeah, Higurashi no Naga. Have you
Yeah,
seen that?
I've seen it. Yeah, yeah. I was
Okay.
surprised. I was surprised, but yeah, I see that. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's throwing me in for a loop right now. Like the thing is I'm looking for an anime that's not too anime in convention wise, because like a lot of times it's silly, and then there's a huge tonal shift. I'm trying to look for like a very serious tone. But I gotta say, when there's like this weird silliness to it and then it switches to like that heavy shit, it is pretty effective. So I guess I should just not be too judgmental when it comes to the horror, just let it be.
Mhm.
I'm still in like episode 6, and right now where the story's at, it almost felt like there was a reset and I'm so confused. But I'm
Ah.
interested. So let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what's gonna happen. But there's some murder things involved. Kind of like Shiki, it's about a small village, so I'm really hooked on right now.
Hell
Mm.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
that's great.
Love
That's
it,
great
dude.
news. Danny, what about you there, bud?
Dude, I have been all over the place with all the main ones that came back, and honestly, they all just finished within the last couple weeks. A few of
Mm-hmm.
them we're talking about tonight, and a few of them fucking like the biggest one for me I was talking to you about earlier was actually Fire Force ending.
Oh yeah.
Loved the ending of it. Fucking great. You know, I've also been watching like Vigilantes. I gotta look at my list.
Ooh,
Vigilantes,
yeah.
Jack of all trades, Hell's Paradise. Oh, watched Code Geass for the first time and finished it. Thought it was. I
Mm.
gave it was really good up until the end for me. You know, I
Mm.
thought that
Nice.
the action was cool. It was out during a genre or a time that a lot of big anime were mecha anime. Like it was out at the time during Gundam. It was out
Mm.
during the time during fuck, what's that? What's the one, Neon Genesis? Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
all around the same time period, and that was really cool because we don't do that shit anymore. Like
Mm.
it'd be really cool if they brought back Zoids. That was one of my favorite animes when I was a little kid. Like
Yeah.
it was just so simple and so easy to watch. But like now I'm fucking getting into Doctor Stone because that just came back. One Piece is coming back next week.
Yeah.
Um, and then I'm watching one more, but I can't remember what it was called. It's on Netflix or something. But the art style is very interesting. Like it looks like it's painted. Like it doesn't look
Mm.
like it's
Hmm.
drawn. Everything looks like a painting, and it has like you can kind of see the brush strokes in their hair and shit. And
Oh wow.
it's it's really interesting concept for animation. And of course my list isn't coming up when I click into Netflix, so I'll tell you guys later about it.
Sorry.
And maybe the next podcast I'll remember what it's called and have finished
Oh
it by
man.
then.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I
For sure.
fly through them, era. What about you?
Man.
What have you been watching?
Yeah.
For me, besides the three that we're gonna be talking about, that we finished, I've just completed Erased. Watched that with
Oh.
Jesse.
Ooh, I
A little bit
started
different.
that, never finished
Yeah,
it.
it's pretty good. It's little twisty, plot twisty, and it
Mm.
was really good. Besides that, I have stuff I need to start. So now I'm sort of just, I'm not currently watching anything. I'm more of just like in a limbo trying to figure out what I want to watch. So on my list, I have Blue Box or Ao no Hako. That was recommended by
Ooh,
Mike Rack.
yeah.
So like I love anime, so it's something I want to check out.
Ooh.
There's another one called Vivi Floret's Eye Song that I need to start as well.
Okay.
Um, and then Oshinoko is another one I need to start too, that I'm behind on. And then the next one is Call the Night. So Yofukashi no Yuta is another one I gotta start. So I have a ton I need to start. I haven't watched anything yet because it's sort of like after you finish like some animes, you're just sort of just like chilling. You're like, I got time. That's how I feel
Mhm.
right now, and it's just trying to figure out like what I'm in the mood for. So it's just I'm very like picky sometimes when it comes to like what I want to watch, but I have a ton I can
Are you
watch. There's so many.
are are you
Oh, and then
feeling
Hell's
more like,
Paradise. Hell's Paradise is
oh,
also something I need to start too.
yes, I'm telling you,
I
dude,
need to start
it's
that as
fucking
well.
amazing.
Damn.
But
Yeah, I hear
I
good
actually had a
things.
question. I had a question for you about those three because there was three of them I never heard of. Are they
Mm.
more like a isekai, or like are they battle, or are they like
Oh,
romance, or like
so Blue Box is
horror?
more romance, like high school drama
Uh-huh.
romance.
Okay.
It's sports, a love triangle type thing.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Vivi's the Florette song. That one I saw. The animation looked very pretty.
Uh-huh.
That one is action sci-fi suspense. It was
Oh,
released
cool.
back in 2021. I'm looking at my anime list, by the way. This is where I'm pulling this all up.
Yeah.
And it's like rated R, 17 plus, violence or profanity.
Oh wow.
So it looked
Wow.
pretty cool. And
Okay.
then Oshinoko. This was like pretty big. And I don't know if you guys know about this one, but like they had like the
Uh-uh.
music was really big. One of the artists had like a bunch of K-pop stars like dance for them for one of their opening songs.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
But it's like a reincarnation showbiz type anime. And then like
Hmm.
there's a bit of a mystery twist. I know that there was like sort of a theme of like um, being inside showbiz and the abuse you go through, that type of darker side about it. So
Yeah.
it was really interesting.
Kind of like Perfect Blue.
Yeah, kind of like that, Yeah, exactly. But again, I haven't watched it yet, so I can't really talk too much about
Mm-hmm.
it. It's just surface level. That's what I know so far.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
with my anime list, you could look at other people's lists of what they watched and stuff.
Yes.
Dude, okay. I definitely got to update mine and follow you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to update my. I haven't touched that in so long. I completely forgot about that app.
Mm,
Like I need to get back into that so I can find some good stuff again. Because I mean, at this point, I'm just waiting for anime I've been watching to for their next season to come. So it's like,
yeah.
I'd love to start something new. This new one on Netflix is the most interesting one I've found so far,
Mm.
and it's a mecha one as well. So
Oh,
I
shit.
wish I could find it, but
Wait, is
it's
it a
not like a
Gundam
mecha.
show?
No, it's not
No.
Kaiju
Gundam.
number
It's
8
not
is also
mecha.
something
I
I
don't know
watch.
what.
Kaiju number 8.
Kaiju number 8. I love
Kaiju
that
number
show.
8. Also, one I finished. That one needs to have another season, dude. That needs to come back.
Yeah, that's one of
That really
the
needs to come back.
cliffhanger pissed me off so much, man.
Ooh, no
Yeah.
spoilers. Haven't watched it yet.
Oh, really? Really? Oh shit. Oh shit. See, that's why I need to check out your anime list so I can see what you watch, and then if I need to watch animes, I'll just look at that list.
For sure, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
I found it. It's on Crunchyroll, so it's probably on any other anime app,
Okay.
and it's called God Eater.
Oh, that's also a game.
Is it?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, that was a
Dude,
game.
the way that it's all like there's like the action scenes are obviously more animated and hand drawn, but like
Hmm.
all the scenes that are them talking and like moving throughout buildings and stuff, it's all painted. It's
Oh,
a
that's
really
sick.
cool concept for an anime, so I definitely recommend it.
For sure.
I have to check it out.
Heck yeah. Awesome, awesome. Well, that's what we're currently watching ish. And
Hmm.
any anime news? Any anime news? Any upcoming animes or something you guys are excited about? I know I
One
have a
Piece,
few. Yeah, One Piece.
One
One
Piece for
Piece,
sure.
okay.
One Piece. I
I'm all
have
caught up on the manga, so
Mashoku
makes them
Tensei
exciting.
season. What seasons? 3, 4?
Season 3,
Jobless
yeah.
Reincarnation. We got a little teaser for it. That was super cool for Eris's little
Oh
story.
shit.
So that's sick. And then we got another one. Fuck, I forgot the other one. What was it called? Um, while I look for it, Ruffalo, you have any anime news you gotta share?
I don't have too many anime news. I just heard through the grapevine that they're making live action Samurai Champloo.
Oh, I heard about that.
So I don't know if you guys have seen that. Have you guys watched that anime?
I have.
I have.
I actually Eric got it for me for Christmas on Blu-ray too. So
Oh shit.
I have
Nice.
that and the movie that it came with, and it was. Did it look?
Wait, there's a movie?
Yeah, there's a movie.
I didn't know that. What the fuck? Okay, I gotta watch that movie.
I'll let you. I'll let you borrow it. I'll let you borrow
Oh, thank you. Yes, but I love that anime. We'll see, because I feel like the way it works is when they make a live action anime. If you've seen the anime, you're probably not gonna like the live action. If you haven't seen the anime and you watch the live action, there's a higher chance you like the live action.
Mm.
So that's gonna be tough, man. Since it's one of my favorites. Nujab is one of the best DJs ever. Producers.
it. Yeah.
So hopefully they have his music there too.
Hopefully, yeah, definitely.
Is there any live action animes that you guys think did a good job?
Rurouni Kenshin
Rurouni
You
Kenshin,
liked
yeah.
that one. You thought
Pretty
that was
good.
good.
was pretty good for what they
Yeah.
did with it was pretty good.
Mhm.
The
And
action
then,
was pretty sick, yeah.
And then the other one for me was Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, I was about
Um,
to say I thought they did a
Okay.
decent job with you.
decent job, right. Over,
I haven't
like,
finished it. but-
yeah, looking over all the other like live actions that they did, I think those are like my probably top 2 that I could think of.
For sure, because then you got like Bleach and Attack on Titan, and they were
Mm.
just they were terrible.
I didn't even know about those two.
Horrible execution. Horrible execution.
Man,
The thing that sucked too is like Attack on Titan is when there was such a big gap between season 1 and 2, and everyone's just waiting for it, and then the movie came out. So it just felt like, did you give us that big gap because you were working on the movie? Because we don't like this. Just give us the
Because we
anime.
don't like this. I feel like a lot of the live action animes that fail are because they don't have anyone involved with the original
Yeah.
storytelling or writing. They probably just take the material and create it from the material and give their own concept to it, which they should.
That's true, yeah.
yeah.
I gotta say, I did like One Piece season 1. I've only watched up to that point when they met Sanji in the anime, but I felt like I liked season 1. But I know some people still have a problem with it just because it doesn't capture everything in the anime.
it's a
Yeah.
little different. There's a few
Yeah.
different scenes. The way they tell the story is a little different, but like season 2 was a lot better in my opinion than season 1.
Oh shit, I
Mm.
need to check that
Um,
out.
but that's because I felt like they stuck more to the actual story.
Mm,
They stuck more to the original story than they did having to
Mm.
make that adjustment that they did in season 1.
I
Gotcha.
see.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really given One Piece live action a chance. I've
It's
with
fair.
the little bit scenes of the scenes I've seen, like I think comparing the two Luffy's is a little different because
Yeah.
Mhm.
from what I was reading, from what like people were saying, like Luffy live action is a little bit more like I will keep on fighting and I'm gonna keep like I'll never give up. That's the type of
Mhm.
character he is. Versus like Luffy, in the anime, who do you fight? Mr. Three, the candle guy. Who was the candle guy? The
Mhm.
wax guy.
Oh, he
Like
didn't fight. He didn't fight the wax guy. He fought. Wait, yeah, he did.
yeah. He
Yeah, he
fought the
did.
wax guy in the anime and also in live action. In the live action,
Yeah.
he couldn't find him. In the anime, he was able to sense him right off the bat, found him, boom, kicked him, and like
Mm.
Right.
they made that difference in Luffy's was just basically like, it's okay. So they're like two different type of Luffy's. So one's like a little bit smart, a little bit more like battle like hardened, and the other Luffy is just sort
Mhm.
of, I'm gonna attack everything, but I'll never give up. So again, I don't think I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm sort of just a
I mean, that's
purist
fair.
in a
Yeah,
way.
that's fair.
There's I get that because like I mean when you look at ones like what was it? Space Cowboy
Mm,
or not Space Cowboy,
Space
what's it called?
Dandy?
No,
Oh, Cowboy
Cowboy
Bebop.
Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop, yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
like it was so out of order, it was crazy. Like
Yeah.
everything happened in a whole different order and it I mean, granted, I think the dude from Harold and Kumar, I can't remember his name right now. Harold who
Harold.
plays fucking yeah,
Harold.
Harold. Let's just call him Harold. Harold did a really good job portraying the character,
Yeah.
but it was the rest of the show that wasn't good.
I agree because I feel like kind of like you're saying that was good casting for a Spike. Jet was even pretty good. Like I like Jet,
Jet was
but it got a little too silly. Like in live action, you just can't do certain things. Like Ed
mm,
was one of the worst things you could see, super cringy.
mhm.
And then Faye, I feel like her character is very different in the show. Like in the show, well, yeah, in the show she's kind of like a femme fatale, but she's really like not well put together, and she's just trying to run away. She's just gambling all the time. And the live action one, it seems like she was more out for like, almost feel like revenge or something, you know? So
Right. I mean I think the only thing they got right there was the looks. She looked
yeah,
almost dead on like Faye.
right, yeah,
Like it was like if you actually made her real life, that's actually what she probably looked like.
hmm,
Which was that in that way was a good casting, but her acting of the character, I don't think she understood the character.
it felt like
So
WB.
yeah. Yeah. Like watching Arrow or Superman on,
Yeah.
on the WB shows.
Wish I could speak to it because I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah,
It's okay.
you haven't seen the live action. Oh, not even the anime though, right?
No,
Oh, you never saw the anime either?
so people are gonna have a hot take about this. So I started watching the anime with Jesse,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
so I got to about I think there's 24 episodes. Is that right?
Something
I
like that.
believe
It's
so. Yeah.
in the 20s or something. I feel like. So
Yeah, it's
I
not very
started
long.
watching Cowboy Bebop, just a few, and I understood the concept. I saw where it's going,
Yeah.
but sadly, it was just it wasn't for me. Just wasn't for me. But a lot of
Did
people
you
love it,
not
and I can see why people love it. I can see why people love the anime. But weirdly enough, I'm sort of like a sad boy when it comes to anime. I want to like
you
find
want to
Mm.
hurt?
animes. I want to hurt. I want to find animes that make me hurt.
Well,
And
really?
yeah,
That's
I want to
Well,
find
that's
no,
animes that
funny.
make me cry.
because I was
I
Um,
gonna
like that.
say Cowboy Bebop has some sad boy shit in there. Not
I
to be
wasn't that
honest.
sad boy, dude. I was just like, all right, cool. All right.
It's like sad romance type stuff. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. I'm
if you don't if you're not you could there's an easy way to not connect with that where it's like
yeah.
Yeah.
there's some that's like oh Like the one you showed me, the fucking corpse part.
Oh, the game.
Wait, you're frozen. No, I think he's talking about School Live because he thought others.
Yeah. Sorry, I froze. But yeah, no, that one threw me for a loop, and then like that, she's fucking traumatized because her whole fucking school was massacred. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can relate.
I can relate.
If my whole
My school was massacred.
by fucking zombies or some shit. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah. Well, Fox in the chat, by the way. What's up?
Hey, it's a fox.
Fox?
To everybody's point, like it's just it. Like I think I missed the slot. I missed
Yeah.
the timing of like when the anime came out, when it was big. I think I would have given it more of a chance. I sort of like just having like the anime background that I've watched like all these other sad things.
Mm-hmm.
They were a little bit more impactful for me, and I felt a lot more closer towards those animes, like Kyokai no Kanata, the Beyond Boundaries. That one was a masterpiece for me, and I love that one. Probably top 10 animes for me. And um, like there was a love interest, there was romance, and then there was death.
Yeah.
So there was a bunch of tragedy and and like different things in Cowboy Bebop, but I don't think I definitely missed probably um the slot for when it was like doing
Yeah.
real good. So it just wasn't for me, sadly.
For Cowboy Bebop, it wasn't till a little later too. I'm a little late to the party as well when I watched that. The first few times I watched it on Adult Swim, it was cool because it's anime on Adult Swim, but
Right.
it definitely had a more like I guess as far as pacing, it just feels kind of like flat for the first beginning few.
Agreed.
But when I finally started watching it, that's when streaming really wasn't a thing, and I had the DVDs. So I ended up watching it. So I feel like during the DVD era, when you were like, okay, this is the anime I have, I feel like you would have gone through it and you would have probably enjoyed it more.
Yeah.
Now that there's streaming and you could watch anything, I think, it is harder to like get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best soundtrack of any anime, says Desert Fox. It's pretty good. But
Pretty
I
fire.
put
Pretty
Samurai
fire.
Champloo up there.
Oh yeah, Samurai
For
Champloo's
sure.
great.
Also the soundtrack on god damn it, we just mentioned it earlier. It was the movie and anime that I have, the other samurai one.
Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, Samurai Champloo.
Oh, I just said that.
Yeah.
Why? All right.
What about the
hold on for a
soundtrack?
second.
They're more hip hop versus jazz. Yeah. They're
Yeah.
two different, definitely two different, but they're both really way up there, 100%.
That's so iconic, dude.
Yeah.
Very iconic.
But same thing with Samurai Champloo, though.
The Shin 02, sorry, the intro. To
Oh
Samurai Champloo.
yeah,
Yep.
and then the ending song to Samurai Champloo makes me feel so nostalgic, and I want to cry for some reason.
Yeah,
but it's so
yeah.
beautiful, like
Yeah, it's super beautiful.
Yeah.
Really good soundtrack.
An awesome animation, honestly, especially for the time period.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Man, super good. Well, there goes our anime news. Let's get
Yeah.
into our chat about the 3 animes that we watched. I guess in
Yeah.
the winter season. I guess, yeah, right.
Mhm.
But to talk about, we're going to talk about, sorry, Sentence to Be a Hero, Frieren season 2, and JJK Jujutsu Kaisen season 3. Kuya Kyle, Dark Ruffalo, you have the floor.
Yeah. So Sentenced to Be a Hero, a brand new anime, kind of came out of nowhere. It was just something that I think it was Moist Critical who like started talking about it, about the first episode. First episode is an hour long, and yeah, I'm just hearing a lot of buzz about it. Everyone's saying like, "Oh, this anime of the year," but everyone throws that in the hat way too early, So I was like, well, okay, we'll see. It's written by Rocket Shokai, illustrators Mephisto when it comes to the manga, but it was released by Studio Kai. It released on January 23rd, and it ended on March 26th with 12 episodes. It's kind of like a shonen, and I call it a reverse isekai, which we'll talk about that when we get a little bit more to spoilers.
Okay.
But I feel like it's pretty sick. Dark fantasy action adventure. But yeah, the reverse isekai kind of just subverts the isekai kind of genre. Um, but yeah, I mean, so far I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. If on like just the surface level of what we're gonna talk right now, before we get into the details, I honestly think it's something I'm looking forward to for the next seasons and beyond. I was very entertained. So,
Nice.
how about you guys? How was your introduction to the anime, and what's your initial thoughts?
I can go. So my initial thoughts
Yeah.
were, wow, this is a little different. This is pretty cool.
Mm.
I like it. There's a lot of action, but then the action started becoming a little bit repetitive for me.
Mm.
So it sort of lost me in that, but like the storytelling was really good from the beginning. And to Dark Ruffalo's point, a reverse isekai looks, it sounds like there's a little bit further digging deep into, which
Mm.
I like that the anime did. So it does keep you wanting more and that point.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, I did enjoy it. It was good. I will watch season 2 when it comes out, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Good.
I also enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. Just like Vinny, I also think some of the battles are a little repetitive, but I'm not. Other than the first episode, I'm not really following the battles all that much as like a main source of entertainment for me in that
Mm.
one. I
Mhm.
really enjoy the whole concept of the literal title, "Sentenced to be a Hero." Like
Yeah.
it's a fucking punishment to have to go fucking fight all the monsters first, be the front lines of defense, and then they fucking keep bringing you back to life every time you die.
Mhm.
That's fucked. Like, what a
Yeah.
crazy fucking concept and then to be called, and then to use the word hero as a negative is, I
Right.
don't think, something that anyone's ever honestly done before. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think it brings a cool aspect that we've never seen. The animation is super interesting. I love
Oh yeah.
the drawing and the concepts and everything. Um, I do wish that they'd have a little bit more storytelling episodes, but maybe that's just how it starts. I haven't read the manga, so maybe that's just how like the first like 10 chapters starts, and then it's just maybe it's really dragged out story after that. Who knows? But
Mm.
Definitely.
I'm enjoying it so far. I'll give it another go once this next season comes out for sure.
Sweet, sweet. And so far pretty good takes, or like takes. So far pretty good impressions
Yeah, yeah,
of the
yeah.
anime, and it is still on its first season. And Zanny, you did talk a little bit about the art style. It is, and I agree. It's like it has like a flatter look. It almost looks like a Mike Mignola, like Hellboy type of graphic novel. It kind of has that Western look, but dark, like blacks when it comes to like shadows and stuff like that. Um, Very fluid animation too. Like it seems like, as far as this animation style, sometimes when people are talking, they're very animated compared to like other animes where just mouth is moving. Um, really cool, like character designs, monster designs, pretty unique. But yeah, any thoughts from you guys as far as art and animation?
I'll go first this time then.
Yeah.
I think that the for me, color is a big part of newer animes for me. I think
Mm.
that if you want to make it as a big star in the anime world right now, you need bright, flashy colors and lights. Not
Yeah.
ones that like people don't want like a whole color scape, like the whole color palette all the time. Like having
Mm.
that darkness and then the bright flashy green, the fucking blue, the explosions, and then the way that the fucking what they call fairies look.
Yeah.
Like the fact that the enemy is so bright and colorful. I think that's a really cool concept that modern animes and really almost all animes do, that we've talked about before previously, about how they the bad guy is often an angel or a god, and the good
Mm-hmm.
guy is most often a demon or a devil, and like he's sentenced to be a hero. He's a bad guy, and the fucking they're all colorful, and or
Yeah.
they're really the bad guys. So it's like we don't really get a lot of good people, and I think that that's what really helps the darkness of when it's their panels, like
Mm.
it's it's not it's like it's really like telling the truth about what they're living, whereas like
Mm.
the demon plague is all a lie. It's bright colors, it's flashy, it's cool looking, it's bad. Like it's an interesting concept that I think a lot of animes really do well at, and they've nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Fatty? Any thoughts?
Um, I echo Zanny, man. A lot of the colors are very bright for like the fairies and stuff like that. Lines are really rigid when they need to be, especially like when we were in the big city of the anime, and now we're like sort of in the slums, the ghettos. You got the darkness, and like they've drawn it and depict like every little like alleyway, and then all these different people that are in there. Like you got somebody on the
Mm.
floor, like drugged up. You got somebody sleeping. Somebody's hungry. Children. So a lot of the colors that they add, like that darkness to it, you really start to feel like you're in the city. You're watching. You're a part of it. So definitely different from a lot of like animes I watch versus like their
Yeah.
lines are very like sharp and a little bit more playful. But this is like really, I feel like more gritty.
Mm.
The action scenes drawn really well. I love it a lot, but um, going back to my point, I wish there was a little bit more like just difference in that.
Yeah.
I do love the fights. I love how they're drawn. I love like the swords. I love like how the dragons are even drawn, and like how the fairies look so different,
Mm.
and like they have different demon lords. So there, it sounds like there's a ton. So there's so many you can draw. So just having like that big bug as a demon lord, and then you go to something really small, and then something that can shapeshift. So the animation art style, I haven't seen anything like this before, besides like maybe like Black Lagoon or
Mm.
Gangster. I really like
Okay.
those two, a little bit more grittier. So like when I think of like that art style, it brings me to those 100%.
Yeah. I definitely agree, and I feel like the more I hear you guys talk about it, the more I am kind of thinking more about the art style and how unique it does feel. Because like when you guys were talking about the fairies, right? They're like infected by the demon lords, and they're just like usually animals, in
Right.
the forest, and then they just
Yeah.
have this like weird growth. It's almost like
Mhm.
cancerous. So, and then now like over time you find out people could be infected and they look different. So it definitely has that crazy fantasy look where like the trolls the trolls that they call, they're just like
Mhm.
apes
Yeah.
turned into the demons, the
Right. Right.
fairies.
Right.
So definitely unique. When we're talking about the fighting, then I feel like the animation is very good, especially when they're fighting.
Mhm.
But I do agree. I think what makes it feel kind of stale sometimes is that a lot of the enemies are similar. It's just these hordes,
Yeah.
and then you have the demon lord, but the demon lord isn't always super interesting to fight
Mhm.
because it's just this big thing, and then Terita just kind of uses her
Yeah.
goddess powers. But towards the end, I feel like the fights got more interesting,
It did.
So yeah,
It
yeah.
did. The fight against what's that guy's name with the blue hair?
Oh
Oh
yeah,
I forgot
yeah.
his name. That fight I thought was really good.
that was good. Yeah,
Even though they were just
I
it,
like how
it
the
is what it
story
is.
I like how the storytelling kind of tried to make us think that he was the demon lord, and then it just
yeah,
turns out he was
Hmm.
working for the demon lord. And
Right.
then
Right. Right.
to find out who the demon lord actually was also fucking blew my mind.
Yeah.
yeah. That was a crazy twist.
Real
Yeah,
quick. Real
that was
quick.
real crazy.
Jesse Hepburn, what's up? Welcome to the stream.
Hey, what's
What's
up?
Tiro
up?
Barton. I love talking about anime. Well, welcome. We're also talking about
Welcome.
anime.
Yeah,
We
if you
love
have
talking about
any,
anime.
yeah.
That's what
So
it's about.
as we are saying our opinions, also tell us how you feel, and we'll
Yeah, tell us your
talk
opinion.
to you too.
I just finished the new Hell's Paradise and Frieren season 2. Very nice. I have not watched
Nice.
Hell's Paradise. Please, no spoilers. And
Loved
Yep.
we
it.
are
Hell's
actually gonna
Paradise was
get
amazing.
into we're gonna get into Frieren season 2 here after we finish talking about Sentence to Be a Hero.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting once we talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sentence to Be a Hero. So far, animation and art style, like we're saying. I mean, oh, you know what though? As we're going along, I wanted to give
Oh, yeah.
like
Some
uh
ratings, some numbers.
some rating. So before we do the numbers, the final review will be a number out of 10.
Right.
Okay.
For the animation and stuff like that, it'll be letters A through F, kind of like
Okay.
you're grading a paper. So what would you give?
Interesting.
I guess we'll skip the initial impressions. We'll just go to animation and art style. What letter would you guys give it?
Animation
Betty.
art style. I'll give it a B plus. A B plus.
B plus. All right. Zanny?
I would probably give it a B, to be honest
B.
with you.
Okay.
It's not the best thing I've ever seen in the world, but it's really good. I'm not. It's not the reason that I'm watching.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really good at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll give it a B plus too. Like I want to give it an A, but I feel like hearing you guys talk about it does sway me a little because I guess it's like it is nice to look at. The design looks sick, but sometimes it does look a little too flat. But at the same time, I don't fault it for it because it's in a way it stands out on its own. But I will give it a B plus.
Nice.
So yeah. So now let's get into the characters in development. We have, of course, our main character, Xylo. So he seems like a pretty cool character. What I say about these characters, for the most part, and there's Starita as well, the goddess, and like there's an ensemble of characters. And for the most part, it's not like these characters are super unique, but I feel like they're like put into this world. It does make them more interesting, so it's like a back and forth between them and the world, and they do have backstories. They all have their own personalities. They're fun just seeing them each other interact, and I think that's what kind of makes up for, like, they're not necessarily one-dimensional. It's just we haven't really dug deep into each of these characters. Like I feel like Xylo, the main character, you did see him being kind of like standoffish. He didn't want to get close to Terita. And I thought throughout this more than one season, we'll see him be cold to her. But towards the end, it actually happened a lot sooner. So I do like that they didn't drag that on, that he's already actually like attached to Terita, the goddess. So I do like the characters a lot. I think they're a lot of fun. They're part of what made this anime and the season really memorable for me. But yeah, any thoughts from you guys? Like any favorite characters? Do you think they're good characters? Do you think they're kind of weak? So let me know. I guess we'll go with Zanny.
Give me 1 second. I gotta look up the character's name.
All right.
It's the crazy dude. He's my fucking favorite. Hold on. Sentenced to be a hero.
I feel like most of them are crazy.
Tatsuya.
Tatsuya. Yeah, he's my fucking favorite. That dude, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. No one knows what the fuck is wrong with him. Fucking Xylo's fucking theory is that he's been brought back to life too many fucking times. I think that he's actually fucking a demon blight lord that hates the demon, like wants to kill all of them.
Okay.
And as we've already all found out from watching the season, the fucking government of Sentenced to be a Hero is fucking infiltrated by the demon blight for sure. So they both want the war, and he's probably like, they probably found him, maybe did some sort of magic to erase his memory, and then fucking made him one of their soldiers to keep the war going. But that's my theory. I think he's a demon blight lord or a demon blight of some sort that's able to shapeshift, but now that they have erased his memory, he doesn't remember that he can do that. So he's just fucking hella strong and crazy.
Interesting. Ooh. Real quick, just to shout out chat real quick. Trobo, what's your favorite anime ever? Desert Fox with Bebop. What's yours? I guess we can answer that real quick and then we'll go back to it, just so we can keep engaging with our chatters.
Mhm.
Zanny, do you have a favorite anime of all time? Number one on your list?
Hmm. You know, there's a lot growing up that I really loved, but between Dragon Ball and Yu Yu Hakusho being my top two, I'd have to say Yu Yu Hakusho is my
Very nice.
overall number one favorite. Just
Oh man.
it felt more in a way, in a weird way, because they were human. It felt like a little bit more cooler that they have superpowers, whereas like Dragon Ball had a lot of aliens and they were the strongest characters. So I
Mhm.
mean, it's cool. It was great storytelling. One of my favorites of all time. Fucking Toriyama is the fucking master of anime, but like
Mhm.
Yu Yu Hakusho
Hell
for
yeah.
sure, especially the opening song. Like,
Yeah, I
oh
love that song, man.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so good.
Dark Ruffalo,
It
what about you?
is. Damn, dude. This is one of the hardest questions to ask. I did make a top 10 anime, which at some point we should talk about.
Definitely.
It's hard because there's like the animes of when I was young. Yu Yu
Yeah.
Hakusho is one of them. Trigun,
Yeah.
Escalafone. I feel like those are always going to be dear to me. Then the middle section is the, what do you call that? Kind of like what we're saying, Samurai Champloo, Vinland
Mhm.
Saga, Mob Psycho,
Oh,
those.
almost
But
forgot about Vinland Saga.
when I made a top 10, I put an anime that just came out in 2025, and that's
Oh.
Orb. Orb on the
Oh.
movements of the earth.
Ooh.
I feel like that's an anime that, I don't know, it just inspired me to read a book. So
Really?
if an anime could make you do that, I feel like it's a great anime. So yeah.
And it's on Netflix. I'm going to watch
Dude,
it.
dude, one of the best stories you could ever watch, man. It felt like I watched um it felt like, yeah, it was a book turned into an anime. And I feel like if HBO takes this anime, turn it into a live action Game of Thrones style, it's gonna like be in everyone's favorite. It could work. It definitely could work. Yeah. But yeah. What about you, Fetty?
For me, real quick, Golden Time, Violet Evergarden was really good too.
Oh, okay.
More of the feel goody stuff. But One Piece for sure, probably One Piece. I
Mm.
grew up on that. That's my jam. All right, let's
All right.
return back to character development. I guess it was
Characters.
on me.
Yep.
We're talking about Sense to be a hero. Um, I felt like the character development was really good. You get in, you meet Xylo. He's a hard-headed guy, and he's sort of just a lone wolf. He's doing his own thing. Then he starts opening up once he meets this new goddess. You learn about him going through a bit of a trauma with his other goddess and why he was sentenced to be a hero. So that development with him like going through that was really interesting. Um, Learning about Tatsuya and things like that. I have my own theory about him as well, which I will share
Oh
later.
shit.
And then
Please.
Patus, the
Pata-
female lead in
Kivia.
this anime.
Kivia.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kivia. Her rise and fall was, I thought, was chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Her having to like go through just the trauma of killing your own family member. That's huge. That's crazy. For her to
Yeah.
do that, like having a character like that, really makes you like wonder, what's next for this person, what's gonna happen. And the scene that we're left off with, crazy,
Yeah.
crazy. And then you learn about Rhino. Rhino, the other hero. It seems like he's an actual demon lord of
Mhm.
something, but he's a hero. He chose to be a hero, which is interesting. So Rhino's a little interesting, but everybody's motives and everybody's character um took a little bit to like learn. There's still like missing characters that you're wondering about. I did like the king. The king's a hilarious
I love
little
the king too.
egg
Yeah.
guy. He's great. But overall, I feel like there was a vast different amount of people that are
Mhm.
very interesting in the anime for sure. 100%. It was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I agree. Oh yeah,
My favorite character, Tatsuya. But
Tatsuya.
that's it.
but again, I do have a theory about this boy.
Okay. Well, we're on
Wait.
characters in development. Let's
Oh,
hear it.
so the theory is Tatsuya is actually from the other world. So
Oh,
they did mention that he is like there was a time that they brought people from another world
another world.
and
Yeah.
they summoned them, and these were their actual heroes. Tatsuya is one of those heroes that did die too many times and probably just lost it. There was a scene where he's sort of just like this and like touching something, like almost like a screen, sort of
Mhm.
like Sword Art Online, where he is like pulling up
Hmm.
a stats machine. So he's like able to do
Dude,
that. Like it looks like he's like going through his stats. So my theory with Tatsuya is that he is actually from another world because he's the only guy with a fucking Japanese name.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he is.
Um,
Oh my
so
god.
that's why I think Tatsuya is actually from a different world. Again, they did do a little bit of lore story where they said we couldn't get people anymore, so we made our own people heroes, and now
Yeah.
that's became sort
Oh
of
my god,
derogatory and this bad. So,
I've
um,
completely missed that. I think I
oh
need to
yeah,
rewatch it now.
that's my theory with Tatsuya. He's actually from another world, and
Dude.
I like it. I like it.
I am again he's my favorite character because he's just going ham on everybody.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember that scene where he's like poking around at just the air.
Yeah,
I did not think twice about what he was doing. He was crazy, so I thought he was being crazy. I was like,
he's holding up his stats, man. He's checking
he's
That's
like
pretty
fucking,
what he
sick.
needs. He's checking his
fucking
stats.
solo leveling up. He's fucking,
Yep. He's like putting it all in strength.
yeah. And then he can move it to speed real quick
Yeah,
and put it
yep.
back.
That sounds sick.
Oh, dude, that's
Mhm.
great. I hope that's the case because that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Dude. I feel like after hearing you guys talk about them made me love the characters even more. Like I never thought of that. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Um but I think that's what the strength of this anime is. Like the characters are just so well done. Like
Mhm.
again, they don't get too deep into their lore right away. They just give you little glimpses. And most of their personalities come from their interactions with each other.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of characters right off the bat from the first season.
Mhm.
Like the hero unit themselves, you think it's only when it started, I thought it's just gonna be the three, you know.
Yeah.
Turns out there's more and there's more and it's more. Like, and you only get to spend a little bit of time with these characters, like the king and Tatsuya when you first meet them, but immediately you're attached to them,
Mhm.
you know, and like it's like they just work off well with each other. And I feel like that's why I enjoy the show. So the characters are definitely top notch for me.
Yeah.
I have one
And
more thing I want to add real quick.
all
I
right.
really like that they only gave us three actual sentencings. Like we only
Mm-hmm.
only got to watch three of the characters for
Yeah.
what they were really sentenced to be heroes
Yeah.
because they're actually not bad people. None of them
Yeah.
were bad people.
Right.
So I'm super curious what happened to King because like that's one of the they said what they thought what he was sentenced for, but like
Mhm.
everyone's reasoning is so like far off from the actual thing that happened.
Did they say what he was sentenced for?
They said he went. I think they said he went mad and like burned down his village or something.
Mm,
It was something like he
Some
went
all lines of
because
that,
they
yeah.
call him the Mad King, right? They don't just call
yeah.
him the King. So like I think they said like he's or no, they said he collected an army to try to overthrow the government. Or
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I have a theory about him too. Like, I'm thinking maybe since they have to keep being brought to life, like what if he's hella old and he actually was the king at one point?
right.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots
But
of theories for sure.
and it seems like he really cares about his land, you know, when he found out
Right.
that it fell apart during the last episode, he was like shooken up. Um but I think another aspect that makes our heroes or the hero unit really interesting, it's kind of like you're saying they're criminals. It's almost like um Battlefield Bad Company. Like they're all just prisoners, you know, and it's almost like a sentence, kind of like you were saying. Like it's interesting how hero here has a negative connotation, but like some of these heroes, even though they end up being likable, they're pretty scary.
Mhm.
Like what's his name, the sniper guy? Like he's
yeah.
a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
you know,
He
and
is.
then like Rhino.
Awesome, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
Rhino.
Rhino.
Yeah,
Rhino. Yeah,
For
we
sure.
don't know much about him, but it sounds like he killed people for fun for sure.
Yeah, he's all about mass casualties.
Yeah, yeah,
but it's also interesting because when he was talking to the Spriggan, the girl
yeah.
that
Friggin'.
he says that I like killing my own kind. I take pleasure in it, but he's a demon. So does he like killing demons? Is that what
I
he's
think
saying?
yeah, I think he
think
likes
so.
killing demons because
Yeah,
yeah, he used. I feel like he um used to be human that went
yeah,
demon. Yeah,
I see.
yeah. But now he's a hero, so he can't
Mm-hmm.
die. So
Mhm.
now he's killing his own kind or something like that. I really
Yeah,
don't know the story with him, but
Yeah.
he's an interesting character for sure.
he is,
Yeah.
and he just kind of showed up the last 2, 3 episodes,
Hmm.
and immediately you're like, okay, something's more to him.
Yeah.
And I guess to cap it off, and then I'll see if you guys have other things to add. But my favorite, I would say, is Kivia
Hmm.
because of her arc, and
Yeah.
kind of like where you guys are saying. I like that you were able to see some of the sentencing, but most of the sentencing is kind of like past tense. You're just seeing like flashbacks. But I like how she kind of served as a character who in the beginning was super about the Holy Knights. She didn't like the main character at all, and then she warmed up to him. And then her faith in being a Holy Knight kind of fell apart, and then she got sentenced to be a hero. To be a hero in the end. So I do like how they kept giving you, oh, these are the established characters who are already heroes. Oh, here's why they became a hero. But in real time, we got to see someone go down that path. So I really like your story arc.
Heck yeah.
Hmm. I
Agreed.
Yeah.
agree. 100%.
Any other thoughts on character development?
No,
No.
no. I think we
Yeah.
summed it.
I guess we'll just give it a rating. Any grades?
I'll give it an A minus.
A minus. A minus.
I think I'd have to do the same. A minus as well.
A
Yeah,
minus.
A minus. I'll give it an A. I feel like
Give it an A.
because immediately I like these characters, and I feel like we're
Yeah.
just scratching the surface.
We
Like
are.
Yeah.
We are. Yeah.
yeah. But now I feel like for this next section, story and plot,
We talked about a little bit of it.
we talked about a little bit of it. I guess we'll just kind of talk about like the world is interesting, very unique. Again, we covered a lot of these things. I guess what we'll just kind of go over, I guess it's the most interesting part of the story arc, which was when I was saying it's like a reverse isekai.
Hmm.
So that was like a really interesting premise. How like, I mean, I've watched a lot of isekais. I know you guys have too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always about someone coming over from another world. They're overpowered. But in this world, they're like, yeah, we used to do that, but they just didn't. It was too much work. They didn't really get our culture. So, and now we're just using dead bodies, bringing them back. So, yeah. Any thoughts on the story plot? Any curveballs? Uh,
Honestly, I think the biggest curveball for me was finding out that what's her name's uncle was one of the bad guys, with how proud she
yeah.
is and like how like in her name and family and stuff, and like that was a big curveball for me. I always felt like something was wrong with the government,
Mm-hmm.
but when it came to her, I felt like a lot of purity was
Mm-hmm.
like her aura, and like to find out that she doesn't come from so pure of roots is a nice little curveball for the first season.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree 100%. Like Kivia definitely her story, her pacing, having to go through that, like going from pure to just like pure, just fuck, what the hell is happening?
Mhm.
Like, can I trust anybody? And then like you thinking, like, oh, there's these holy knights, they're good people, but then you find out, oh, they're actually bad people.
Mhm.
So, I thought that was really cool having her go through that. I think pushing her story a little bit more next season will be really cool to see. Xylo's part, however, like you see him like growing and like learning to like be in sync with Tortilla or whatever her name is.
Tarita,
Tortilla.
Tarita.
Yeah, Tarita.
Tortilla.
Tortilla. A little tortilla girl. That's cool and all. He just needs to grow some balls and just fucking do it, bro.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with him.
Facts.
And stop throwing shit. Like, learn to do something else. Learn to do
Stop
something
throwing
else,
shit.
brother. Like, shoot some shit, do something cooler. But
Yeah, there's
for
guns.
yeah, there's guns, man. But overall, I thought the story with her specifically super cool. I give her that an A.
Yeah.
But the main characters portion of it, it's only surface level right now, and you know we're only scratching the surface, and we're only really understanding what the whole world's happening. But that sub story with her, super cool. I'm interested.
Yeah.
His main story is sort of just lacking a little bit for me, so I wasn't happy about that.
Mhm.
personally.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean. I kind of agree. I think the Xylo Tarita thing is almost like a cheat code sometimes.
Mm.
You know, oh, is this like father-daughter relationship? You know, it's Ellie and Joel. It's
Yeah.
you know, so I mean, I would say
Heard it
Tarita.
30,000 times.
Yeah, but I would say Tarita's pretty adorable though. It's kind of cool how like these goddesses they just want like praise and stuff like that, so it kind of makes sense. But I do agree. I feel like what makes the story and the plot is like everything that's going into it in combination,
Mhm.
kind of like in tandem. You know, I feel like, and then like kind of like what we're saying, it seems like the person really who's making this the most interesting and stealing the show are like side characters. You know, like everyone's favorite so far is Tatsuya and Kivya and the king.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I mean,
Side characters are the best parts so far.
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
far, they're interesting. I want to know more
They're
about
actually
them.
interesting.
and then it did kind of take me a while to really get used to the kind of like you're saying the throwing.
Mhm.
It was weird to me. It's like you're just throwing exploding knives, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, where's he keeping all of these knives?
I
too?
don't know.
Like,
Yeah.
when Terita wasn't there, he had a bunch of them still.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Sometimes I feel like this. I mean, this was based off of a light novel, I guess.
Mm.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like there's this guy who downloaded like a fantasy game, and then the main character is like a rogue throwing knives. I feel like that's how he got the inspiration. So
Yeah.
It's an interesting thought. I like it.
Yeah.
I get
But
it.
yeah.
I see it.
Let's
I'm
give this a
giving
rating.
B. I'm giving it a
B?
B right now.
Okay.
Just for right now. I think it'll get more interesting. But
Yeah.
the first season just got me feeling okay. I'll watch the next season. It's
Mhm.
not like I'm fiending for the second season. So I
Yeah.
give it a
Yeah.
B.
I'm gonna give it a B minus. I think the pacing is all over the place. I think the plot is all over the place.
Yep.
But I think that the story
Mm.
so far is interesting. The side stories are interesting, and the side characters are the most interesting part of the story. So
Mhm.
that's why it gets a B minus.
Nice.
All right. I'll give it a B plus because I feel like it's. I mean, I agree with what you guys are saying. I think I just enjoyed this anime a little bit more than you guys. Um, and the ending, I felt like was just a good way to end a season, and me being more interested in the second season. That you know what they're gonna do.
Right.
But yeah, we're still scratching the surface right now. So.
Yep.
But yeah, any favorites from this season? Any standouts, fight scenes, or yeah, any character interactions?
My favorite interaction was when Kivya killed her uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was just the twist of just having her go through like something like dark like that. I
Yeah,
like
dude.
that turning point. That was definitely like the
Yeah.
biggest turning point of the anime for me.
and that
I would-
hit her like friend's face being gone.
Fuck.
It's like holy shit.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say that's the A+ moment of the season for sure.
Agreed.
yeah,
Like that, there were a lot of twists and turns that were all A- to B rating spots, but that's the A+ top 10 moment of the season for sure.
Mhm.
okay. For me, one that keeps replaying in my head is how they beat that girl with the weird metal hand. that
Oh yeah.
unwinds.
Oh yeah.
Good one.
It's just like they threw up in the air and then like got killed, shot by a dragon.
Dead.
I
She's supposed to be
like
like S rank adventurer or some shit. She
Yeah.
just
right.
immediately.
They're like,
And though,
we really want to show you how strong these heroes are. So
yeah,
So here you go.
we're telling you this person's hella strong. Just off bat, we're telling you they're hella strong.
Yep.
Wipe them
Yep.
out in a second.
yeah. I feel like the way they killed her, it's like, you know, when you, I mean, I had like Mia, a little sister, when we'd like kind of do that game. You kind of like raise her up, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to like explain or like throw up in the air. I feel like that's how she died. She's almost looked like a little kid being thrown up in the air. It was just very, very disrespectful and funny. It, like
Yeah, for sure.
I was laughing really hard. So but yeah, well, let's give it a final score. How many fans are you gonna give this out of 10?
Out of 10?
Yeah, are we doing out of 10 or
Oh, the final review?
yeah, final review?
Ah, shit. I'm gonna give it like hot take, like 6.5 out of 10.
6.5. All right.
6.5. I'm giving
Even
it
though
a
my
7, 8.
even though my ratings are like really high up.
Right.
Overall, it's 6.5 for me.
I'm giving it a 7.8.
7.8.
Like I feel like having the only the one main highlight is what, for me anyways, is what dropped it down. And if I were to rate all the highlights, it would be a C minus. So
Yeah.
that, you know, it kind of drops it down there, like you said.
All right. I would give it 8.3. I think I do rate this. Well,
Nice.
I'll give it a 8.5 actually, because I'm also thinking about the other animes we'll be reviewing and needs to kind of scale with that. Definitely really enjoyed it. I think the thing is like the story's simple enough, but with a lot of like interesting mysteries that it got me hooked. And then after hearing your guys's theories, it made it even more interesting to me because now I'm thinking like Tetsuya, I like his character, but now if that theory is true, he's gonna be one of my favorite characters and twists of all time. And since I've watched so many isekais, to see it from this like
the other angle.
That's pretty interesting to me. So I'd give it an 8.5. 8.5 for sure.
I love it.
All right. So that's anime number uno.
Very nice. And man, Sensory Hero, great anime. Great anime, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a decent one for sure. For new age anime, it's pretty decent.
Pretty decent. I agree. All right, so we're into anime 2 here. It's something I'm going to talk about. It's Frieren. So Frieren season 2 actually. So it's written by Kanedehito Yamada. The illustrator is Tsukasa Abe, and the studio's Madhouse. Released in January 26th and finished on March 27th. It's a fantasy action and adventure drama anime about an elf traveling and revisiting old things and trying to go to the north to talk to dead people, right? In simplest terms. Initial impressions. I for the second season of the anime, I thought it was really good. However, I felt like they leaned, so like comparing season 1 to season 2, it's just gonna be like it's just gonna go back and forth. Comparing season 1 to season 2, I didn't feel as emotionally attached to certain points. Like when we were like in season 1 revisiting Himo died and she's having to like go see like Heiter passing away and seeing the elf guy too. Sorry, the dwarf guy. That was just a lot, you know. That was like, man. I teared up a few times in season 1. Season 2, it felt like a lot more like a little bit more. You're going to the north. You're saving people. This is more now like actiony adventure versus like the the emotional feel that you felt in season one. So like I didn't feel that as much in this season. I feel like they went a different route with this season. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I sort of missed it. I sort of like I want to be a sad boy. I want to like feel things. Like I want to like see Frieren like learn to feel. That was like the whole story of season one. That's what I feel at least. And then she's looks like she's feeling now. So maybe it's
She's got
growth, but
emotions.
yeah, she's got emotions. Maybe it's growth, but that's just my thoughts about that. So,
Only took a few hundred
fellas,
years.
yeah, a few
Yeah.
hundred years.
um, I guess for me, I feel the same exact way. I echo the same sentiments you have. I think one of the weakest parts of this season is just how short it is. I think that the first season gave us so many episodes that it definitely like felt like you're along for the journey. With the 10 episodes, it kind of felt like super episodic. Yeah, each episode is just kind of like a different day, it feels like. I do like the times when they slowed down, like the moment between uh Fern and Stark.
Yeah.
That date was actually one of my favorite episodes of the season. Um Also when they fought like the snake guy. That was honestly like I was on edge because even though our main characters are probably gonna be fine, it still made me scared for them. Which I felt in its first season when like Stark and Fern first fought the demons. Even though they're main characters, they make the enemies seem really dangerous, especially when they're demons. So that's good. Um, but yeah, I agree. Like the Himmel moments were still good. It just feels light. Like the journal episode, I felt like was cool. I do like that, but then it didn't. It feels like they're building up to something, and then the payoff doesn't feel as impactful because it just feels like the episode feels like it's rising, and then it just kind of falls off towards the middle plateaus. Yeah, instead of like it rising till the end and then slight dip. So, but yeah, that would be my first impression.
Why is it so small, yo?
I know.
Well, that's crazy.
I think you can.
I don't know. Let me while I figure that out, Zanny, what are your
All
thoughts?
I think that season 2 is definitely a little slower than season 1. We did get a lot out of season 1, but I also think that has to do with the fact that season 1 is they're only doing the length of the arc, so this is a separate arc from the first one, and it's really just leading us. It's really just like a prelude to what's coming in the third arc. And I haven't read the manga or anything. I've just read up on the fact that, because I also wanted to know why the fuck it was so little episodes this season. I was like, why? What are they keeping from it? It's just they're just doing it by arc, and this arc is a short one, and so it was good. The battle episodes were good. I thought the first few episodes were a little slow, but definitely important to the storytelling of the character development and the story development. We had to find out that Frieren owes 300 years worth of labor in a mine, and that's how the story is literally going to end. She's gonna have to go back and work in the mine at the end of the story. But it's all good. I think it's got me watching. I want to keep watching, and I'm excited for the next season for sure.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, yeah, we'll move on to animation art style. My thoughts about the animation art style. I like it a lot. It's different. It really like you really feel the fantasy vibe from it, and like that's one of the biggest things that I like about this anime is that you don't get too much fantasy anime. And when you lean towards heavy fantasy like this is, and you're like dragons and demons, and you got elves and stuff like that. Yeah, I feel like the beautiful eyes, like the hair textures, the lands, you really feel like you're walking through like a medieval time. So like really like the trees and everything. The when you go see Siri, for example, like you grandiose of this magical place where she has flowers and just the forest and like everything. I love the art style. It's really I think Like the just this picture alone, like the grass, the fields, just nice visually. Um, there was a somebody that broke down like the animation art style. Like they would like have like Hemel on like the right side and all this blank air on the left to really like have you really focus on the character. Just in that like sense, I really like it a lot. The art style is just so pretty to me, and it's for me it's good. It's really good.
No,
I'm a big
absolutely.
fan.
I think I completely agree. I think the art style is one of the most impressive to date, for sure, with the newer animes. The like I've said during the last one, I think colors are very important to telling the story, and I think they do it well. They make them dark when it needs to be dark. They make it bright when it's light and easy. You know, so the storytelling really is represented in the colorscape, and the animation style is unique in itself. You know, it does obviously take stereotypical um, styles from other animes. Like the eyes are the colors. Everyone having individual eye color is very unique to it, but the shapes are all very standard anime, larger round, or if they're more wise, they have their eyes are a little bit more closed. If they're a little bit more whimsical, like Stark, his eyes are wide, but he has smaller pupils because he
Mhm.
I don't know what that necessarily represents, but that just seems to be like the standard for different for
Mhm.
you kind of being able to tell what kind of character they are. Uh, and I think that's really really well done in this anime for sure, with each character's costumes, the way they dress them and everything. I always like it when animes dress the characters differently in different episodes. I always think that
Mhm.
it seems like they're trying to not be lazy, and like exactly like this, her dress,
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
example, like it's beautiful. Look at all the detail in that dress and everything. Like it's awesome. But that's just that's what I think is very unique about this anime, and I really like the animation and art style for sure.
Yeah, I say I totally agree. I do love the animation, the art style. Everyone has like a very distinct look. It like their world is a world I want to live in. Like it
Yeah,
just looks so beautiful, you know. Like I
they
want to go on their travels with them. Like I don't even
yeah
care how long it takes. Like I don't care if it's gonna take 1,000 years with Frieren.
Hell yeah.
I'll do it.
Hell yeah.
Each town they go to is very I mean, it doesn't look too distinct, but it does. You get to feel that that is a different town. You know,
Mhm.
now that they're in the northern side, it
Right.
definitely feels like it's a different like
Oh yeah.
atmosphere, different traditions. Um, but yeah, I agree. Like animation is great, the colors are great. I really like the art style when it comes to like their faces, their expressions.
hmm
They say a lot without emoting too much, and
Mhm.
if anything, the person with the most emotions in their face is Frieren, which is surprising because
Yeah.
she's like the one who doesn't feel as much as everyone else, you know. So, um, and then when it comes to the fight, for the fights, the animation is very fluid, very like exciting, you know, their
Yeah.
camera angles and stuff like that. And it's very easy to follow when they are fighting. Like you know exactly what's happening. Um, and yeah, I feel like that's pretty much most of the magic system. The way it's
Yeah.
animated is also sick. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Super sick
dude,
too.
love the
yeah,
magic system. Love the
Mhm.
I always love seeing magic being used in anime, because they always use the magic runes that
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
pop up. Like that's one of the coolest things to me. I love that.
Yeah.
100%. Rating wise, animation art style. For myself, I'm gonna give it an A. I'm a little biased. Actually like it a
Yeah.
lot, so I'm gonna give it an
I'm actually going to give it an A+
A.
because I
Ooh.
I also really like it, and I think it's good without being too flashy. Like
Mm,
a lot of the newer animes
agreed.
that have a lot, they're really flashy, which is it's great, it's cool. But I love that it can portray that type of art style without being flashy every episode.
Mhm.
Yeah. I would also give it an A, and I do agree with Zanny a lot. You know, I feel
Yeah.
like Frieren is a show where you just want it to slow down. Actually, like you like the slow moments. You know, when they're just talking to a villager, they're figuring out what their problem is. They're gonna help them. Like even if there's not too many things happening in the scene, they're just talking. Like I am having fun. Like I'm enjoying the experience. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Agreed. We're gonna move on to characters and development. So this is long stories of character development and just
Mhm.
the development of maybe the story just a little bit. I know that this is season 2, so it's a little bit weirder to talk about like the characters and because they're sort of established. They're sort of established. We're still
Yeah.
learning a little bit about
Mhm.
Frieren. You know, she's still like going through her thing and trying to like learn about feelings. But for the characters that I think that developed the most is just the blooming relationship between Fern and Stark.
Yeah.
Um, it's obvious. It's sort of obvious now that they sort of like each other, right? Went
Mhm.
on
Oh
a
yeah.
date. She got a little like shy when Stark was like, "Let's go on a date," and then he took it. He made it as sort of a joke, like, I'm a like play a prank on you or whatever, right?" But
Yeah.
she took it seriously, and he was like, "Oh shit, I gotta take this seriously too," and just him wanting to like just that romance aspect, just very little bit of it was super cool.
Mhm.
We learned about also, I think his name was Ginu or whatever. What's his name? That the first class mage that
Mhm.
had the
Mm.
crow powers or the flying
Mhm.
steel feathers. Learned about him. Just that one episode with him, and learning about um, seeing the growth of just like him sort of being cold. Actually, he's not that cold. He's actually a really nice guy, and Stark like
He's just hurt.
he's just hurt, and like
Yeah.
Stark like realizing, you're actually a good guy, and like just that little bit and piece of just like, what, there's good in you, bro, but you don't see it because you think you're this way, but you're not, and like
Mhm.
he doesn't realize that. So I think that there was not too much character development in this because I feel like they were established. We
Mhm.
learned a little bit more about Frieren, but um, other side characters we learned about, the mommy, she's part of the demon slaying clan. The
Mhm.
blonde haired, long haired girl that loves
Mhm.
like the pet Frieren.
Yep.
That was was like,
Mm.
That was
oh
sick.
shit moment. Like, okay, so she's super strong.
Mhm.
So for me, it wasn't much, but like I still enjoyed it. The development of
Yeah.
the story.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I do second that. I think I did want more.
Mm,
I think it's like now we're comparing it to the first season, right?
right.
Mhm.
And I think with the first season, what made it like so emotional from the very beginning is seeing like the people, like her friends, grow old already. She comes back
Mhm.
and they're old, and we get to spend time seeing them, like Hyder pass away, Himmel pass away. So I feel like that hooks you because immediately you kind of feel Friren's pain of like she's
Yeah.
gonna be alone, like all her friends are dying. Um, in the second season, I do agree with the Fern and Stark relationship. That like was so cute, and I like that.
Mhm.
It kind of felt like it got kind of
Yeah.
pushed to the side though after that. So I kind of feel like maybe I wish that to be later in the episodes, or just still even in like the background, them like fighting, like squabbling a little bit, just to kind of keep reminding us that this relationship is kind of like growing and they're like still young, and so like that's gonna be like confusing and a little like volatile. It goes up and down. But I do like to see that like when they got into a fight,
Mm,
it's like that Taurus looking guy when Fern got like hit and then immediately Stark goes to save her. So I
yeah.
guess moments like that, even though it's like of course he's gonna save her, that's his friend, part of his party. But since we saw the date before that, it did reestablish that, oh, they really care about each other. You're gonna whenever you see each, like one of them protect each other, it just feels that way. Like they're definitely
Yeah.
looking out for each other. Um, the the wing guy, I do like his story, like you were saying. I
Mhm.
agree, and I do like how it's almost like he was scared to be a good guy because to him being not a good guy is survival, because the person who he thought was like the best guy, like the friendliest person, ended up dying, and I felt like that is pretty sad. But I do like how through Stark he was able to get that side of him out again, even though the short elf girl who I forgot her name.
Siri?
Yeah, it was like, no, that'll never change. Don't be a good guy. But I do like how he's kind of it's taking more ownership of his own personality. The other characters that stood out to me was the hero of the South. I thought he was really cool,
Yes.
especially since like he sees the future and he knew how he was gonna die, and that Frieren wasn't even gonna join him, but he still went to see Frieren.
He
And
knew it was a part of the journey that he had to take. Yeah.
yeah, and even though like he really cared about being a protector, saving saving humanity, and he just marched on to his death to like protect it, and he was super strong. He was able to beat like
Yeah.
I forgot how many demons. But I like him as a character. I hope we learn more about him, but I have a feeling that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I love the character moment when it came to finding out why Frieren is always taking payment, even if it's like a grimoire. Because that made sense. I like how Himmel's like philosophy is like, if we're just saving them, they're gonna owe us, and that's not really helping them. So I do like, yeah, and like that, the fact that Frieren has all these like useless magic, it's
Yeah.
like it's meaningful, So
Yeah.
I like that. And then I guess lastly, the dwarf who was building the bridge. I really like his story.
Us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though he's just a small character.
Yeah.
For sure.
Good story. Yeah.
Yeah, small character.
Small character,
character.
literally, and in the story.
That's why it took him 200 years to build that bridge, So.
Yeah, fucking more than half his life because they only lived 300 years.
Oh, really?
It's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, I do like the characters. I feel like maybe there's a lot of residuals coming from the first season, and since they're established, they don't have to build up so much. I'm already attached to them, so they don't have to do too much. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with a lot of what you guys said. The character with the wings, great character development. I do disagree a little bit on why he says he's a bad guy. And it hit me when he said, or when the little elf girl said, "Only all good people die."
Yep.
You don't want to be a good person, be a bad guy. So he's like, he keeps telling himself to be a bad guy in order to survive. He feels like it's a part of his survival instinct. If he ever becomes too good, he's just gonna die.
Yeah.
And I thought that was an interesting character development. Yeah, of course, the relationship between Fern and Stark was a little nice character development. I thought it showed a little growth between the two. However minute it was, but we still, like Kuya said earlier, we wanted this anime to go slow. We like the slowness of it. And then I didn't really get a whole lot of other character development out of anybody else. It was just like, the side characters had cool little stories. Not all of them meant as much to me as they meant to you guys. I like the Demon Slayer clan. That was a cool little wink at something that may come more in the future. Maybe they'll fight with the whole Demon Slayer clan at some point. I'm not sure, but I think a lot of it is foreshadowing like what's to come. And we got a lot of those character developments in season 1 from the side characters that showed up today, like the Demon Slayer girl and the fucking wing guy. They were all in the mages test. So like we already met all of them, got to see all their backstory. So it was cool to have a little bit more added to their story, and I think that means that they'll be back later on and at whatever point. And I like it overall. I think character development was not the point of this arc.
Definitely.
I think it was just like something they know they had to do to keep the story going. Otherwise, it falls flat.
Right.
And it's not very interesting.
I will say one development that I did like was just Frieren saying, "Oh, Fern, you got it. Go fight."
Yeah.
And then Stark also like being a badass, just like I'm a tank this hit. and I'm
Yeah.
a I'm a hit him hard. So like just
Mhm.
the battle experience development in
Mhm.
that was really cool to see.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, that was
Agreed.
like one of
Agreed.
my favorite developments. Rating wise, character development, very little. I felt like so.
Mhm.
Sadly, I gotta give it a C plus. I mean, but the story development, that's for next little
Yeah.
the next little sections. I'm just giving it a C. Not a lot of development here, but because we got a lot of it already.
Yeah. I was actually going to give it a C minus, just because how little it
Hmm.
meant to the story of this arc.
Yeah,
So, it's not necessarily saying anything against their abilities to tell
right,
the story and the character development. It just wasn't really there.
right.
So, C minus overall.
Mm. I would give it probably a B minus. Like, I agree. I think it did feel very light, but and it's hard because we're now that it's in the second season and the first season was stellar.
Hmm.
It just feels like if they just gave us more episodes, I think we'd probably feel different about it. Because
Yeah.
Frieren takes its time building to something,
Right.
and I feel like if you were to take the middle part of the first season and compare it to this, it'll probably feel similar. It's just the first season did its work with character development in the beginning and towards the end of the first season, you know? So yeah, B minus.
Nice, nice. And now we're gonna get into the story, plot, and pacing of this season. Um, First, let me just switch this image here. So we got this pacing towards now fighting a demon. A named demon, I believe, is a little bit higher because now he's a little bit spookier, more powerful. A four-armed demon that killed Wingman's friend. So this is
Wingman.
Wingman's
Yeah.
friend.
Wingman.
Wingman
He
now.
wasn't a good wingman. He let his friend die.
So
Yeah.
like now we got a little bit of like the um the big bad of this season. So I think this is like really the big bad of the season. And we beat him. So um the pacing, the plot, we're continuing from season one. We're still journeying to the north. We're going through little towns and we're figuring out like why. To Zanny's point from what he said earlier, um, and to Kuyaka's point as well, as that she's picking up grimoires and like protecting all these people. She's
Mhm.
going through different towns to basically see these people, like see how they are, and just clean up little messes, make sure they're safe because a home is a home, and these people have a home in the Northern Plateau, and you like start is like, why don't you guys just leave? And you realize, it's not that easy to leave sometimes. And I think that's like sort of like the push of the story of this season is that, sometimes letting go is a lot harder than it really sounds. And like people can't let go of a place they call home. People love to be there, and they just, Fern and Stark and Frieren like learned that. Well, Frieren already knew about that, but Stark and Fern started to learn about that a little bit more as they go on these travels, and they give up their safety for to be to be where they feel at peace, and it's really crazy to see because like when I think of danger, I want to run away, right? So I want to just
Mhm.
move away from it. Like you don't want to live in the ghetto too long, but like sometimes that's just where you want to be at.
Right.
Um, I like the pacing of it. It's a slower anime. It's more cozy. The first anime, the first season, the first episode of this made me feel like I feel very cozy. I feel nice. I can snuggle up and just watch her on her adventure. Um, the plot of it again, I felt like the story they were pushing is home is and letting go, home and letting go. And then the pacing of it, of course, it's super nice. It's a really like slow pacing anime, and I
Mhm.
enjoy that about this a lot because it doesn't need to be action all the time. We didn't get action until like way later in the episode. So
Yeah.
Right.
my biggest thing was like they did it really well to have this like fight scene with the big demon. They didn't have it had like prolong it either. Like we got like the fight in like 2 episodes or even maybe just one, and it was really quick. And like they didn't like Kamehameha for like 5 episodes, so
Right.
that I'm okay with that. I like that a lot. So that's where I stand with that.
Yeah. I'd have to agree, man. I think that the overall storytelling excuse me. Let me drink some water real quick. Whew. I think the overall storytelling is done really well. I think that the slow pacing, like we've said before, is something that we all love, and it's something that is unique to Frieren, being able to keep it not only lighthearted and slow, but interesting the entire time. They've made us fall in love with these characters, and I think the pacing is perfect. I think the plot is unfolding perfectly, and I think the story is just going to continue to get better over and over. And I really think that this arc is really just being like, hey, it's like when it's a fake out. It's like when you're playing Resident Evil, and they've given you like 50 fucking shotgun shells before you walk into the next room. It's like, hey, we're setting you up for something it's either gonna be really terrible or it's gonna be really fucking crazy. And I think that's what this is all about, is that it's the battle with the demon is a foreshadow that maybe someone's gonna die. It might not be someone from the main party, but it may be somebody that that we all really like, that we forgot about from the first season. It could be, and it could very well could be one of the party, but I feel like that would be a big mistake on the anime's part. But I think it's a really well done story, plot, and pacing is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that Frieren in a way has a very unique storytelling because it's episodic, but it also feels like there's 2 episodes in one episode. It's like in the middle of the episodes when they drop the title card of just saying, "Oh, this how long since Himmel has died." It's like, I definitely have my favorite episodes, like when they're fighting Revolte. It had a lot of tension. I was scared that someone's gonna die, and the way they actually introduced him made him seem more scary. I guess that's what was brilliant about that episode, as there's just looking at the dead bodies that he left. And they're trying to figure out what did this. Like, it seems like he was fighting in a different way, and then what's her name, the mage girl, she's like practicing with a sword, and then Stark like, how about if you try this? And then they figure out he probably had 4 swords,
Right.
so it's like, oh, how is he using 4 swords? And then finally you see him, and it's this like snake guy with a blindfold, 4 swords, and I'm like, how are they gonna beat this guy? I haven't seen him fight. I just know that he beat a bunch of knights that they say are pretty skilled. And then like in that same episode, you're seeing the wingman's story arc. He's keeping all the bodies in the church, and he's even questioning why he cares. Why is he protecting this? So definitely good stories in like episodic terms. I just feel like I'm not seeing the bigger arc picture. And I feel like that's where I'm kind of like a little feel disjointed with the season. Because at least with the first season, it felt like here's the beginning when her friends are dying, taking on new people as her comrades, as her students. The journey, and then they had like the trials when it comes to like becoming a like first class mage. This, I guess, it's like more about their travel in the north and getting there, but I'm still don't feel like there's that overarching thing that they're following.
Yeah. So funny thing you brought that up. I actually talked to Zanny about this earlier. Like, why are they even going? Why are they even adventuring? Well, they're going to Arolele. They're going to the north to basically talk to Himmel or to his past self. That's why that's the whole adventure. So Yeah, I to your point, I agree. Like I sort of got lost in that. I'm
Hmm.
seeing all these other stories, but the bigger picture, I definitely felt like I got a little bit lost in that because I
Yeah.
even forgot why they're traveling up north.
It's
Yeah.
like when you're playing an open world game and there's so many side quests,
And you're
Mhm.
like, what was I
you know?
supposed to be doing?
Yeah, it's
Why
like,
am I
oh,
here?
I'm looking
Oh,
for my
right.
son. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
my
I'm
son's
supposed
still
to find
lost.
my child.
Where's my kid? That's right. It's
God
been
damn, good thing I leveled up to level
fuck,
58 in
Yeah.
the first 4 hours.
shit. All right, let's go finally save my son.
And I
I'm
guess
ready.
because of Frieren's view on time, it still kind of makes sense though that they are kind of getting lost with what their main goal is, because Frieren could probably just take
Right.
every time in the
Forever.
world to do that. Yeah, so
Right. Yeah. So when it comes to rating, the story, plot, and pacing for me, I'm gonna really a B plus. I'm gonna give it a B
B
plus.
plus.
Mhm.
Again, all my points. I felt like it was really good. I felt like they had like a really big theme for it. But again, just to fall back on what I said earlier, the bigger picture to Dark Ruffalo's point, I forgot. I had to look it up. So, but besides that,
Mhm.
I really enjoyed the plot and the pacing of it. Still,
I'm gonna give it an A. It would get an A plus if we had a little bit more character development, but I
Mhm.
think overall the storytelling has been really good, and it's gonna get an A for me. And then what was
Mhm.
the last point you made as well? I also agree with, like, that would also be another reason why it's just not getting a plus for me
Mhm.
is that as well.
Yeah. Um, I would give it a B minus. Um, because like individual episodes are still good. The stories of like who they're helping is still good. Um, and yeah, they had really great moments, highlights, great episodes with the wingman guy, with the hero of the South, the date. Um, I think my problem is that kind of brings it back, and why the arc doesn't feel as solid to me is just how they ended the season. It felt a little, I don't know, like I wanted more, I guess. I wanted something to really lead me into the next season as far as like what should I be looking out for, what should I be waiting for, other than we're just continuing our journey to look for, to talk to the, get to that place where we could talk to like the dead guys, so.
Yeah, facts.
You don't think that I just have like a follow up question. You don't think
Yeah.
that that
Oh,
new mage, yeah,
okay, that one.
yeah.
That one is a good thread. That one
Yeah.
is a good way to
So
end it.
they sort of brought up like when before they were able to travel the river to go find Hemo's
Mm-hmm.
book, little
Mhm.
like diary memoirs, right?
Mm-hmm.
They met the boat guy mentioned, oh yeah, everybody's here looking for the golden land because there's a gold land somewhere and blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. Comes to find out that the demon that the little man is gonna go fight is like a gold demon. It has a gold
Mm-hmm.
kingdom. So that's sort of where they left it off with that. Um, you don't think
I like that.
you don't think that's gonna play like a big part of the next season? Doesn't that not grasp you a little bit?
No, okay. That did grasp me. That it grabbed me.
Oh my god!
But no, I
Grasped it
agree. Okay,
firmly.
I forgot about his part.
Mhm.
But I guess like the rising action of the finale didn't feel like
Mhm.
finale.
Gotcha.
Like it really good cliffhanger for where he's gonna go. Like, cause I ended up liking that character a lot from the last season. At first, he seems like he's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Even, I mean, he's like wise, but I just didn't trust him. But then you find out it's about his wife. He's trying to visit her grave. So
Mhm.
there's definitely an emotional tie there, but everything else, just the rising action, didn't feel as like epic. I guess I
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah.
not even a fight, but yeah, something huge. I guess before that.
Gotcha.
Mm.
We're gonna move into highlights, our favorite parts of the anime. I got two favorite parts. the little date scene where Stark and Fern are just like holding hands like this and scared too. Like after they just ran away from that big monster, like oh my god, I'm scared, and they're just like this,
Yeah.
super cute. They're adorable.
Yeah.
I hate how adorable they are. And then the other part I mentioned earlier was when Stark was fighting the Snake Man, and he tanked to that hit. So like just
Yeah.
him battle hardened and like knowing how to like get an opening for Wingman to like come in and slash off his tail. I think that was a very pivotal moment. That was very important because of that hit from Wingman, the demon's like already like bleeding out. He's about to die. Now it's just a battle of endurance. Who can last longer? So like the stakes were high at that point, and really felt like that was one of my favorite parts.
For sure. I think that's definitely in the top 5 points of best scenes in this season. But for me, it was honestly Fern and the Demon Slayer mages fight.
Mm.
I think that was the biggest highlight, fighting two demons who were very unique in their skills, and they were basically assassin demons, you know.
Right.
And I thought that the whole battle was just amazing. And the fact that Frieren stepped back, like you said
Yeah.
earlier, and told Fern that she's all good, she's got this.
Agreed.
Like it was probably the biggest character development for me during the whole season, of watching Fern being able to believe in her abilities finally, and understand that she's probably, if not almost as strong as Frieren, she will definitely be stronger than her by the end. And I'm excited to see that. And I also, the Demon Slayer fucking chick, her magic is just fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to watch. That's my biggest highlight.
Nice.
Yeah, for me, my highlights, some are like really minute things, like after Stark and Fern's date, and because like Fern always like braids Frieren's hair, but then after the date, he's like, oh, this is the type of braids I get when Fern's happy. And then like Stark's like, oh, I can't tell the difference. But I thought that was like, pretty cute.
Yeah.
The fight with Revolte, it's probably one of the highlights, man. Because like, especially with Stark, he's not a mage, so whenever he fights, it's actually scary for me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you're just running in there with an axe, and you're this tiny person. Like, I mean, not super tiny, but he just seems vulnerable, And he's someone who, like, when we met him, he's like thinks of himself as a coward. So seeing that whenever he just pulls like a really courageous move that actually helps the battle, like that's always like a highlight. And then the third one is when that little demon girl who pretended to be a bystander, stabs Wingman. Then Wingman, and she's like all happy, and then she just gets killed by Wingman and disappears. And then Revolte is like, oh, great job, thank you for helping me out,
She was getting real annoying.
Yeah, she was.
Yep. I appreciate you.
So that was a highlight. Yeah, definitely good moments.
Nice. And we're gonna move on to final score out of 10, the anime. Second season, I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna give it an 8.8. I really enjoyed it.
8.8.
I liked it a lot. It's a cozy anime for me, so it's very high.
Yeah, for sure. I'm giving it a 9.3. I
Whoa,
really
okay.
enjoy the anime. I don't think that because it was shorter that it really knocked down too many points for me on me liking it, and I think that overall it was what I wanted from a second season, before obviously a big blowout in the third, like we got from the cliffhanger at the end. Like it's gonna be insane. Third season's gonna be insane. So
I agree.
The 9.3 build up is, or the 9.3 is because of the build up that I got.
All right. I would give it an 8. I think it's when it comes to like second season and the season's on, I feel like my grading gets a little bit more strict and harder, because I have so many things to compare it to.
Mhm.
I think honestly, the biggest disappointment for me is just how short it is. Like, I think I needed more to feel like it was satisfactory for me. You know, and for an anime where like my biggest complaint is just it wasn't long enough. I think that says a lot.
Yeah, it left you wanting
And
more.
Yeah.
yeah, and like I understand how hard it is to animate shit. You know, like and like when it comes to budget and stuff like that. But 10 episodes, they couldn't give us 12.
Mhm.
So that's just my
They
thing.
just gonna give us
Okay.
12.
2 more episodes, man.
Like, I just wanted
Okay,
two
okay.
more. Come on. Yeah, really stretch that battle out, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Man.
that's funny.
All
I
right.
love it.
Before we move to the next one, can I just use the bathroom?
Yeah, let's take a little bit of breather break here, a little stretchy stretch.
All right.
Chat, we'll be right back. Give us about maybe 5 to 7 minutes here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the voice on so nobody make farting sounds or actually fart.
All right, I'm gonna mute it then.
You're muted. Yeah, go ahead and mute. I'm just gonna talk to the world here.
All right.
Oh, maybe I should eat some water. So, yeah, actually, BRB.
Oh, sometimes I talk so fast. Oh, it was something weird.
BRB still 3 up. I'm gonna have myself a cookie.
Was that an oh Oreo? Those are my favorite.
Oh,
Oreos.
damn. Really?
Those are the best ones. Or
Did they have-
or when they reverse them and it's chocolate on the inside instead of the cream
Oh,
filling,
that's
but it's
just
a
good,
white
yeah.
cookie on the outside. Ooh.
Did that actually have a different flavor though? Or just different color?
I think it's just a vanilla cookie with vanilla frosting, isn't it?
I see. I like the chocolate filling one. That's
Yeah,
good.
with the vanilla cookie on the outside.
With the vanilla cookie,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the Oreo, baby.
Yeah.
It's like somehow they mixed. It's like one guy just made the mistake of putting the chocolate in the filling and the vanilla in the cookie, and they're like, dude. And now they're probably gonna make a movie about him like they did the Cheeto guy.
Oh my god.
I kind of feel like, oh man, I don't know. I was gonna say because there's like the term Oreo when you're describing someone.
Oh yeah.
A certain type of person.
Cookie. It's also another certain type of person.
And Oreo is.
His name is Eminem.
That man is just like all chocolate Oreo. Okay.
Yeah.
He's got all that's wrong with him is he's got whatever Michael Jackson had. Okay. That's what.
Vitiligo or something like that. Vitiligo.
Vitiligo. It's such a fun disease to say, but like it's horrible. But vitiligo is a really fun word to say. I don't know why.
I like hearing it from. Did you ever watch Boondocks?
Yeah.
With Uncle Ruckus? I got reverse vitiligo.
I got reverse vitiligo. Uncle Ruckus was crazy. Are we live right now?
And we're back.
You son of a bitch.
Chat, thanks for chilling. Hope you guys got a little bit of a big stretch in there. We're also at the home stretch, and we're going to continue on to Anime 3, our last anime.
Yep.
And Zane DeVito, you have the floor. Take us away.
So the last anime we're reviewing tonight is Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. It's obviously a shonen. It is written by Gege Akatame. I think I said his last name right. We actually looked up how to say his first name because I've never heard anyone actually say it. I've only ever seen it written. And it said Gege. I'm pretty sure it's a pen name. It's not their real name. It's a fantasy action adventure drama. Studios Mappa. You know, they brought us Chainsaw Man, AOT, fucking Vinland Saga.
Doro Hedoro.
I can't say Doro Hedoro. Like I read it and I was like, I'm not having a Mimi cry moment right now. I'm gonna.
It's funny because I know you were reading that and pauses.
Yeah, I was like,
the Vinland Saga.
Yeah, I'm skipping the Vinland Saga. Hajima no Ippo, like I don't know it, so I didn't want to say it. But they brought us all that, and they've really killed it with season 3. I think they fucking took a whole fucking step up. If for those that don't know, Jujutsu Kaisen is about a boy named Yuji who swallowed what they call a cursed item. That cursed item was the finger of Sukuna, who used to be a cursed user and then was tired of fighting everybody, got super bored, asked some dude to turn him into a cursed item. And there's a whole school called Jujutsu High School. They teach kids how to use curses, which involve negative energy and positive energy. You can curse anyone for any reason at all. Just wishing them luck, they're fucked. It's a weird universe. And also, I'm getting off track. It's an interesting story. And season 3, we're getting to a part called the Calling Games. The Calling Games was brought to us by the main villain right now, Kenjaku. Kenjaku took over another person's body named Geto, who was Gojo's best friend in season 2. We learn all that in the backstory. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I'm not going to take the time to explain it tonight because we're talking about season 3, the Calling Games. The Calling Games were created by Kenjaku to create a world of sorcerers. And what it does is it creates colonies in different areas and fucking forces people to use cursed energy and learn how to use cursed energy or die. And they're all playing a game, getting points, killing each other. And it's really fucking taken quite a fucking turn. And honestly, my initial impressions are fuck yes. I love this season. It's absolutely amazing. This is my favorite anime of the year so far. I thought they did great job on animation, great job storytelling, great job bringing in new characters. Every time they brought in a new character, immediate backstory, telling us who they are, detailed as fuck, and it really impacted the next steps of the story after that by just telling us who they were, if they were important. because I mean we had Reggie Starr, you know, that character, the guy with the receipts all over him. That
Register.
character, yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
He didn't really get a backstory because he dies. So
Mhm.
it's like he wasn't important enough, and it's super cool. I'm super excited to see. I know where it goes. I've read the manga, and a lot of this was for me was waiting to see parts of the manga animated, and I some parts highly excited for, let down, and other parts highly excited for, and I couldn't have asked for anything more.
Mm.
Um, but I'd love to know your guys' initial impressions before we go too deep into the rest of what I want to talk about.
Yeah. I guess I could go. You know, they did a lot of great things with this anime, animation wise. A lot of it, there's a lot of like really good fights, good at eye candy for the most part. Like it's very, it felt like a treat watching these fight scenes, right?
It was fan service.
Yeah, it was fan service. Yeah.
100%.
The what do you call that? The yeah, I mean, I liked it, but I'm a little conflicted, I guess, with
What are you
certain
most
parts.
what are you most conflicted about?
I feel like the pacing and just the arc that we're in right now, it's like
It's a little too fast.
yes and no. Like I mean, it's not like it's fast or slow. It's like there's a little disjointed because we're going from one character to another, and they're all characters I like so far, especially the new ones we meet. But it's like we barely get to spend time with them because we're jumping from here, this fight to this fight to this fight. There wasn't too many like kind of story building going in between other than the fights. So it's like just like a tournament arc. So I guess it's just it was like fun to watch as far as like seeing really cool fights.
Yeah.
Um, but I think what made like I was enjoying it so much, but then the third episode, I think after that, the explainer episode kind
I'm
of
gonna get to that.
kind of like it was hard to shake that feeling after that episode going to the other one. So I think that episode alone affected my whole appreciation for the season. But then the last episode was a fucking banger. That episode, I was it got me back in. So it's like it gains extra points there.
I get that. I get that. I just have one rebuttal, and I
Yeah.
think it's something that because I hear that opinion a lot about the explanation of the culling game arc or
Mhm.
the rules and everything. That was definitely so long. But
Yeah.
if you think about the whole idea of Jujutsu Kaisen, their powers work better when they explain it to the
Explain it.
person
Yeah.
they're trying to kill.
Yeah.
Gege is a character in the whole fucking thing. Okay, he's God in this universe. He's just explaining you his
Yeah.
powers. That's, like, that's why to me I was like I was able to get through it and be like, okay, that's I get it. Like everything's
Yeah.
fucking over explained in this. And I was gonna try to do that when we first started and
Yeah.
during the execution of the anime, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that to you guys. Like that would just be fucked up. It would drag on a whole hour of just explaining the show. But like I agree. Like
I feel
that
like
was
if you explain it, we should have the domain expansion explanation sound.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
100%.
dun, 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 dun.
What about
Yeah.
you, Vinny? What are your initial impressions?
Initial impressions. A lot of fan service. I enjoyed it a lot actually. Going from a cozy anime to something that has a lot of actions, characters sort of established already. You sort of expect that from going to like the next season. Is that now we're getting to the nitty gritty action parts where like people are gonna start dying, people are gonna people need to start getting stronger and things like that. We're moving on to the next section. So that anime really did that because it's a season 3. I think there was um, maybe I don't know, like it's to Dark Ruffalo's point. Like I did get a little lost during the explanation part, but I
Yeah.
think that's just me just like I had to like go back and like try to understand like a few times too. So I actually took the time to like read through it. And like when you're reading reading sub, and you're like
Oh,
seeing
it's
like
so
all these
much.
words,
Mm-hmm.
you're pausing it and like, okay, I gotta read down here. Nope, I gotta read up here. And then it's just
And
like, oh
it's
my god, there's so much.
and some of it was hard to see because it's fucking
Right.
being covered up by the actual
Yeah.
Yeah.
Japanese characters,
Hmm.
or it was covering it and it was all white on white. You're like,
Yes,
damn.
yes, it was white on white. My eyes were hurting.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that too much, but like just because of like just I had to pause and go back. You didn't give me like a chance to like when you guys were explaining it, you had people talking over it too, and then you
Hmm.
had
Yeah.
text and the lady or the
Hmm.
token. What's that
So
thing's
much to
name?
pay attention to.
Yeah, so
Oh,
much to pay attention to.
Tengen,
Tengen.
Tengen, yeah.
Master
Yeah.
Tengen
Tengen.
was talking. Tengen was talking over the Calling Games rules. It was just like, what's happening? It was
So
just a
much.
lot, so
Mm-hmm.
much, and it gives you all that all at once.
Yeah.
Um, um, besides that, like it was a lot of fan service. I enjoyed it a lot. Had a great time. Honestly, I had a lot of man, man, Maki's great.
I
Yeah,
love
dude.
Maki. Yeah, Maki's
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 great.
so
great, man.
so amazing, dude.
Oh my god.
Maki's so amazing.
Anyways, yeah, that's my initial thoughts.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna share my screen real quick with you guys, and
Oh,
so the essentially the next thing is animation and art style, and again with new era anime, it's all bright and flashy, and Jujutsu Kaisen did not steer away from this sort of animation. Loved every second of it. If you like any anime that's over animated, like Jujutsu Kaisen, often has little details that you see that were missed by you just not paying that close attention. Like the way the characters are drawn, the way they're in quick movement, and you see how they're like kind of sloppily drawn, or they're just standing there, but it's a distance picture, so they're sloppily drawn because they're trying to rush through it. And a lot of animes are rushed, and I believe Jujutsu Kaisen was one of those that Mappa um kind of got a lot of ridicule for forcing their people to really work overtime on a lot of the anime. But overall, I'd say the animation was fantastic. I mean, look at the characters here. Like Yuta looks amazing compared to the manga. So does Ryu and Uro. Like they're fucking uh great characters. All looked amazing. Chozo looked great. Fucking Yuji looked great. Rika looked great. Megami's uh domain expansion looked amazing.
Mm.
Like, I mean, this was something that I was absolutely excited for, was this particular panel right here. Because I didn't start reading it until after I watched the first season, and you see his domain expansion right here where it's just a puddle of shadow that just
Mm.
an ocean of shadow, or you could say, that expands throughout the whole thing, and then it turns into this, that it's actually a part of him. It comes out of his spine or something. And then fucking in the animation, it's all blue, and that's the only light you can see in the shadow. And I thought that was a really unique way of showing his domain expansion. And then the art style of like Judge Man and fucking Takaba, all fucking beautiful. These are all great artists in their own right in both the manga and the anime. What do you guys think, Fetty?
the animation art style definitely was very different from a lot of other animes. Like trying to compare it to anything, it's different. I'd say that like the closest is like Chainsaw Man in that, but again, they're same studio, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
But I love the grittiness of it.
Hmm.
The fight scenes were super beautiful. And like you really feel the impact of each individual movement. So like when Maki was fighting, when
Hmm.
Yuta was fighting, like you talk about like drop kicking the living shit out of that one guy.
Yeah.
You felt the force, and you really really felt that like from like panel to panel. It was really good. I love the animation, love the art
Hmm.
style, love the characters. They're very unique. They're all unique. They had a old like
Yeah.
um like what older guy that looked like Gandhi that died immediately.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They had like every individual, like every character has their own individual bit of style. Like
Mhm.
Uro, like half like all the way naked, just clouds covering her. Ryu
Mhm.
Ishigori, he looked like a fucking Japanese like biker guy with the hair and everything.
Yeah.
Kuwabara,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
it's it's
Kuwabara.
yeah, it's
Maybe that's
really
why I liked him so
yeah,
much.
they're really cool and they all have their own different type of like style and seeing Maki like growth wise, like from
Mhm.
season to season to now, I
Mhm.
really like that a lot. So the animation art style, you know, they're keeping us on our toes and like you really just the buildings blowing up, you really feel that impact. So I liked it a lot.
I before Kuya goes, I'd like to add one more thing to what you said
Hmm.
about Maki. The going from the Shinjuku, what was it? What was the last arc called? How to can't say it.
Shibuya.
Shibuya. No, why
Shibuya.
did I want to say Shinjaku? But yeah, the Shibuya arc um, was was very telling and like very brutal for all of us watching and
Mm.
being and a lot of death, you know, and being able
Mhm.
to see that Maki survived, but she's just completely battle scarred
Yeah.
is it just makes her character development so much more badass. But we'll get to that next. Kuya, what did you like about the animation and art style or
I
designs?
mean, I feel like Mappa is like a top tier studio, especially for when it comes to like animation, fight scenes. Honestly, that's like the best, probably like the best part of this anime is like just the animation and the art style.
Mhm.
Really love the colors. The fight between Itadori and Higurome,
Higurama.
Higurama,
Higurama.
one of the best fights I've seen. I mean, there's many to say. Like Maki, one of my favorite characters, and like I was so sad when I thought she died the second season. Seeing her in this season kick everyone's ass, Kill Bill style was like
Hmm.
such a
Well,
like I said, it's just eye candy. It's just a treat.
and it was beautiful too, like
It's
so
beautiful,
well
yeah.
drawn. Yeah.
Well drawn. And I like how they take kind of like Chainsaw Man when they throw in certain like homages to certain
Hmm.
movies. I like how they take certain things from movies too. Like that definitely felt like Kill Bill. Um, the fight with Megumi, another highlight. Fight with what do you call that? With Utah, definitely. So like each episode honestly was like great as far as animation style, you know, like they didn't skip on the budget. They made sure that none of the Mappa animators would see their wives and their kids
Hmm.
for this
Yeah,
season.
no
So
family
I
time.
no family time, yeah. So I would say this is the top tier. Like um when it comes to Mappa, I feel like JJK has always been their like
Mm.
best animation
Hmm.
style. Like I feel like this is their best product and they know it. They take
Hmm.
care of this baby, you know. So
Hmm. All right. So, given that our statements, I am going to give this one an A plus as well, just like Frieren. I love
yeah.
the animation style, even though I know I said that there's a little bit of mistakes. Every anime has that. You know, not every. It's we're human. We're not perfect, but this is as close to perfection as you can get with animation, and I really liked every battle scene, every death, every brought back to life, everything, just every use of power. It was amazing. Characters
Mhm.
looked great. Their designs all great, interesting, unique. A plus.
Eddie?
Um, I echo everything you say. I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna give it an A plus as well. The
Nice.
the animations, the drawings, and everything were super solid. Like even when they did like that little space scene with the girl or the guy,
Hmm. Hmm.
they them with what's that other guy that they like uh,
Oh, you're talking about uh
they went to like the fight
Kuro.
club,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Ha-
oh yeah,
to
yeah.
go recruit the guy,
Oh
right?
Hakiri or
fuck.
something like that.
Hijami,
Yeah,
Hijimi and
Hijami.
yeah, and they had that.
Kyrie or something like that.
Yeah, they had that whole like fight scene on the
Yeah.
Kira.
on top, and then they trying to explain her power, That
Yeah.
whole
Mhm.
thing, like they drove it out, the space and shit, and like having all that.
It
I
was
was like,
cool.
wow, this is pretty. Like, what the
Mhm.
fuck?
Yeah, it
um,
was really cool.
it was super cool. So A plus for me. Like it's very memorable, and again, the fight scenes were just definitely like fan
Mhm.
service. It was just great.
All fan service.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'd have to give this an A plus too. I think we're all in agreement.
Mhm.
I mean, when it comes to the fight scenes, because like what's amazing with this show too is that everyone has different powers, and they're also creative, and the way they're animated is so creative. Like the fast guy, what's his name? Naoma.
Oh, Urio.
Yeah, there's Uriel. There's Naoma. Naoya.
Yeah, it's right there. I don't
Like,
know how to say it.
Oh yeah.
Naoya. Yeah, seeing his like 24 frames per second power is pretty amazing.
Mhm.
And like I feel like the thing with JJK when it comes to their fight scenes, their animation, they're always like breaking the internet with like these cool moments. Like when Naoya was kicking like Chiso's ass just with one hand, and then he's like
Yeah.
doing
What
that. That
was
became a
there?
meme.
That
That
shit was
made a
sick.
whole meme out of him.
Oh
Yeah.
man. That shit was
Like,
sick.
no, this is beautiful, man. And like, you know how many times I've paused so many moments? Like and rewinded it. Like I've watched this moment with what do you call that? With Megumi Panda and I think his name's Kyrie.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just the fucking bunny touching that thing.
Mm-hmm. Changed
I've
it all.
rewatched that. I've rewatched that so many times because like that's like well animated. There's even a lore for that bunny itself. That was the one that was fighting Toji in season 2. So
Yeah.
yeah, A plus.
It's fucking great, dude. I love it. Yeah, A plus all around. Love it. All right, next we're going into characters and development. And for me, I really can't say enough about the development of each character. As both of you mentioned, everybody gets a unique power unless it's unless it's handed down among the family. Like Megumi's 10 Shadows
Mm.
technique is unique to the Zenin clan. The skipping frames technique is unique to the Zenin clan. Like these are techniques that are awesome. Even the two characters that fucking Maki killed, their fucking powers were awesome. And I think they did a great job with Yuta, where they we got a whole movie about him because he's obviously special to the character base. We get to see what his real powers are. It's not actually Rika. It's that Rika's power allows him to use copy, and he's able to
Mm-hmm.
copy all these fucking uh, other fucking curse users' powers and shit, and use them as his own, and collect them and store them. The one thing that I wanted more from was the 2 second moment where the three of them did the domain expansion and we got to see
Mm.
inside of the three. In the manga,
Pause.
you think it's lasting longer because you get to just stare at a panel and it's not moving, so you get to see exactly detail for detail
Mm.
everything that's going on inside, where we got like just a few seconds in the anime. So it's a cool little teaser for anyone who's never read the manga and has it wants to see more moving forward, um characters like fucking Megami, great development. Absolutely. Learning that he's trying to do this to save his sister. Higurama, we got fucking 2-3 episodes of him. Amazing character development. One of my favorite characters in Jujutsu Kaisen, based off the fact that the system failed him. Found himself starting to turn into the people that he all thought were bad people when he was fighting Yuji, and then ends up being like, you know what, I'm doing this for all the wrong reasons again, and fucking and turned it all around. Great character development in such a short time span. Absolutely amazing. And Maki's the biggest of all with the character development, growing from one of the weakest characters, being stronger than most characters, but couldn't get as strong as all the other characters, And her growth to the Zenin clan massacre is absolutely amazing. And the fact that it was all fan service, because that's only that in the manga is only 3 pages. Like, it's
Oh
not
wow.
long. We got an entire episode of it, and they extended so many parts, and it was just so awesome. I absolutely loved it. Great, great time. What about you, Kuya? What do you think?
I mean, I love the characters because like they're ones we've kind of watched along the way, you know, from the other seasons. Like Maki's definitely one of my favorite characters from first season, second season, and Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. Um, and seeing her growth, like you were saying, but like then losing
Her
Mai
sister, yeah.
was kind of sad because like I never was such a big fan of Mai because she was kind of a bitch in the first season. But this, like, I
Finally
mean,
learn why.
if I learned why, it is sad. Like now that she was able to, like, you know, she that passed away and gave everything to Maki, like Maki became stronger, but like that other half of Maki is gone. You know, um, definitely
It's a
great.
and such a crazy concept that twins are the most cursed because they have to
Yeah.
split their energy between each other.
Mm-hmm.
Such an interesting concept to reveal why Maya dies
Yeah.
or May
And,
dies. But
and then when it comes to Amaki again, how like everyone's saying like you're not Toji, you're not him, but no, he's he's not him, she's
she's
her.
fucking Toji, bro. Yeah, she's better than
Her.
Toji.
Yeah, she's her. And like just the way she kicked everyone's ass is just like satisfying. Just taking out throats, you know, fucking that one aura farmer thought he was doing shit only for him to be killed off screen with his head being carried. Yeah.
So can I since you brought that up, I wasn't gonna talk about it because I completely forgot. But the Gege actually came out and said something about that.
Yeah.
So reason he said it the reason he said he was acting like that is because he knew he was fucked.
Oh,
He knew
I
he was
see.
going to die, and he was saving what precious time he had life left before
Oh
he
wow.
died, because he was watching his homie be like, oh, he's like, fucking do it, hurry up, and he's just like, all right, well, here it goes, I'm gonna die, and then fucking he dies.
Damn. Well, he looked cool.
Yeah, he looked
Thinking
fucking cool
about
doing it. Man.
it. But yeah, and then like Megumi just seeing like he almost killed that one girl too,
Mhm.
but his sister stopped him. So seeing that like he doesn't really give a fuck anymore. He'd kill someone if he needs to. Yuji's still struggling with that. But it seems like everyone else got the assignment. We're just gonna kill people. Yuta's gonna
Mhm.
kill people. If he,
Mhm.
unless he doesn't have to, like he saved the Kuwabara guy in the end and Ura. You
Yeah,
know, like because they're cool enough characters. I'm sure people want to see them again. So it's like I can't kill you guys. You guys are fan
Mhm.
favorites. Um,
Absolutely.
but yeah, really like the characters. Higuruma, great backstory.
Mhm.
Kind of like in Frieren, how this we like the slower pace. I did appreciate that they took their time showing his backstory, how he's just trying to he knows he's a good judge of character, even though in the end you can see he didn't even want to be a judge. He's kind of
Mhm.
just done with the system.
Mhm.
But he is a great judge of character, but that also kind of broke him because like when the system fails you and even the people who you believed in, when in the end they look at you with such disdain, like I get why his character is like that. So yeah, characters are great.
What about you, Vinny?
I like the characters. They were all very unique. They're all very different. We got like the development of Higurama. That was super cool. Like again, to Doug Ruffalo's point, it was just him going through the system and the system failing him, and that's something like we all know too well sometimes. You know, very
Mhm.
relatable, and um, just the everybody's favorite Takaba, like one of my favorite characters, and I barely know
Yeah.
him.
Mhm.
I just see him in the intro, and I see him drop kicking some guy. You know,
Mhm.
coming from somebody that's only watching the anime and not reading the manga, it's very cool to see these characters come to life and wanting to know more about them.
Mhm.
You know, he's a comedic guy, but he's also not that funny. But he
He's a
thinks he's
bad
funny. You know, he's a
comedian.
bad
Yeah.
comedian. Yeah, yeah, it's super cool. The main expansions, the drawings, and like just seeing Megumi like grow too, and like Utah like being a bigger part of this story too. You know, they're definitely focusing on like JJK High as a whole. You know, they're going to Maki, they're going to Utah, they're going to Megumi, they're going to um fuck what's his name? The main
Yuji?
character.
Yuji?
Yuji. Yeah, Yuji. They went to Yuji for a little bit, you know? So like his growth and his like going through and his trauma and not wanting to kill people and like just trying to like, I did that. And like him coming to terms with himself. That's like that's development. That's huge. And him to like I killed them. You know, I know it's not me, but you know, that's part of me. It's just like fuck. So, character development, I really like what they're doing. They've established characters already, but we're learning more about them. Again, Maki, um, Yuji's growing, Megumi's like becoming an adult, and we're getting like more side characters whose stories, you know, are getting flushed out, and we're learning a little bit more about them. So overall, I like it a lot. The development and characters are pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. 100% agree. So again, I am going to give this an A plus.
Oh.
I think that the characters are amazing. The character development is amazing. In the last few seasons, we got a little Game of Thrones where some of our favorite characters were killed or we thought were killed. And then the new characters coming in, like you said, Higurama, fucking Takaba. Takaba is one of my favorite characters as well in the new season, and the fact that Gege actually he's based off of a real comedian from Japan that wore that
Mhm.
exact suit. It's
Yeah.
just it
Yeah.
to bring stuff from real life is always interesting to me because it's adapted differently than what real life is. So it's almost like bringing real life to a different universe and seeing what would happen differently. So A plus for me. What about you?
For me, I will give it. Yeah, an A plus. I'm gonna give it an A plus as well. They did really well with like the character development. I think like they didn't stay on a character too long and have to like go so deep into a story. You know, they did just enough. Like for the biggest example is Higurama. Like they went into like one of his cases and like his like he just went mad. Like they brushed over it like very gently and it wasn't prolonged as long as we needed to be. So I felt like that pacing for characters was really nice. Learning about, talk about for a little bit. I'm sure we'll learn about him a little bit more, but we knew that he was trying to be a comedian, and so I think that they did pretty good on that, and it wasn't like 3 episodes of just who are you, why are you, what are you. It was just like, hey, this is who I am, this is my backstory, and it's time to get into business. I like that. So
Also, the
A+.
fact that they mentioned that fucking Takaba doesn't even know he has powers. He doesn't know how
Right.
he's using them, and he's just
Yeah.
using them.
He's just using them.
He's
It's
just using them.
hilarious. I like that. So it's A plus. A plus for me.
A plus. All right.
What about you, Kira?
I mean, it might be a little controversial. I'm gonna give it a B plus. Like one, I did hear that. I don't know. I think this is just someone making this up, but like each character is kind of based off of a tarot card, which is kind of cool. Like Takaba's the Fool, Higurama's the Judge, and I feel like the the luck guys like Coin and stuff like that. I love these characters. Don't get me wrong, and I think the characters are strong, right? The development is also good, but I think because and this kind of ties into the story, how this arc is mostly just fighting, and they're in a competition. There's bigger things at play, but I guess there's not too much like even with the developments and their characters, it's not pushing this a certain story. Like their like wants and goals aren't so much like too personalized. It's mostly just trying to like play in the game. So I guess that's that. So I give it a B plus. I mean, I could a little shaky on it. I still really love them, but yeah, I think it's just the arc itself being a tournament arc. I don't think I'm someone who like likes tournament arcs too much.
Mm.
Would you
That's
say
fair.
that's more of a plot then, not really a character?
No, well, I'm saying it's because like even though the characters are good, their character development it feels almost limited by the plot.
Like
You
it
know,
didn't
there's
mean their development didn't mean enough because of the plot.
yeah, and I guess because like I love season 2 so much because the characters there, like you see the hidden inventory and how much that like connected with me, and then when you see characters die, it's like in the second season, it's more like the bad guys are in the offense. They have a plan and they're like capture Gojo.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you see the characters die, it was like such a big deal. Like I hated seeing Nobara die, you know. Um, but it is feeling like they're against this thing that's like super oppressive and like really scary. While this one, for the most part, I feel like everyone's super powerful and overpowered for the most part. So I guess it's just that the structure of the plot and the arc we're in right now is kind of restricting where I think these characters are. It's like they're put in their zones, kind of like their Tokyo zone, you know. So
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fair enough. After this, we're going to story, plot, and pacing. I think this one is kind of where the anime takes a hit. The As you were saying, the plot is very rigid and they can't really break off from it too much. The storytelling, while always amazing, is linear and isn't breaking off too much. It is kind of divided between each character, but everyone still feels like they're on the same line. The pacing is fast. I I I think that's probably one of the better things about this season is the pacing because it gets into each thing that we want to see because again, as we've said before, it's fan service. Every single episode is a little bit of fan service except for the first couple, where they explain the calling games, but it was necessary for us to understand because apparently it's an extremely complicated thing. So, um it's good for me. I loved it overall. I think I'm going to give this a B here.
B. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um.
No,
Yes.
let me get into it.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement. There was definitely like to Dark World's way. It's a tournament arc. The
Mhm.
story is there. It's lots of fan service, lots of fighting, super cool. I mean, this is also like what part one of
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
So we're not really getting the whole story. So I don't even know if it's like fair to like rate it as a whole because it's
Mhm.
it's only half of the
Yeah.
part,
Fair. Fair.
Um so I think we'll get a little bit more in the next season. I surprisingly I went to go look this up right now and this is the finale to season 3. So but
Mhm.
there's a part 2. So what the fuck are you doing? What does that
Season
even
4
mean?
is going to be part
Yeah,
2.
season
It's
4
it's
is
just a
part
weird
2.
way to
Yeah,
put
just
it.
a weird way to do it, right? So
Yeah.
weird thing they're doing, but I considering that this is only part one of two, like I can't even like read it as a whole. The whole story isn't like really even like full like fleshed out for this season. We do
Mhm.
have like the tournament, the calling game going on, and people's motives and like why they're in there, sort of, not
Mhm.
really. There we got like fucking the sorcerers in there just killing people for the fun of it. I got a second life. I'm trying to get strong. Like the understanding it sort of lost me. The story again, I can't really give it like a like a for sure rating because it's only part one. So I want to see the whole picture first before I give it anything. So I'm gonna actually be I'm not gonna give it a rating.
All right.
I
Yeah.
need to see the
Okay.
second part of it. I need to
That's fair.
uh give it a whole rating as a whole because if they do parts, yeah, I just can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair. Fair.
That's fair. That's fair. Um. I gotta agree where this is just the first part, you know, and it is hard to like judge it, but I feel like I'm looking at it as a season.
Mhm.
Um, and it is pretty simple for the most part. It doesn't really take a hit off of that. I think it just like uh, if I rewatch this, I think I'm gonna enjoy it more now that I've experienced the whole thing, and then I could just enjoy the fights again and see how amazing they are. Again, the explanation of the rules was just like I paused it, I tried to understand it, and somehow I still don't understand it. But I'm sure it's not complicated, you know, and I kind of wish they kind of spread the rules out or something, or like in anime sometimes when they're explaining like um certain plants, they show like little icons and stuff like that. I feel like after that episode, it just kind of colored the rest of the episodes for me. That when they're fighting, and then someone else is explaining again, it brings me back to that episode. It's like, really, you're gonna explain to me what's happening right now? Like,
Again?
again? So I'm watching Megumi fight Registar, and I have to read this thing on the bottom. Like,
Yeah.
so I think if I rewatch it, I am gonna enjoy it more. But I'll give it a B as well. I'll give it a B as well.
All right. And now we're moving into the highlights. I'm actually going to go last on this one since this
Okay.
is the fan service moment of the night.
Ooh.
I would like Kuya, you go first with your highlight.
My highlights. Maki's fight was definitely a highlight. Just like murdering the whole Zenin clan is like chef's kiss. Naoya's punch in the face, showing that 4 times, then showing a Mortal Kombat X-ray vision of it, all his like bones crushing. It's like super sweet. And Utah's fight, man. Utah's fight, even seeing a little bit of the domain expansion, like it's already a treat because I rewind that and see that like, you know, there's different kinds. Like there's like it looks like fireworks almost, stuff like that.
Fireworks everywhere, swords everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. You're like, who's is who's?
Yeah, and then during their fight, when they were showing all these desserts getting eaten up and the music playing, that was a highlight for me.
I get it. I agree wholeheartedly for sure. What about you, Fetty?
Everything was fan service, man. Everything was a highlight. My least favorite part was actually not getting more Takaba. I wanted more of that boy. Wish I could see more of that boy, but I know we're gonna get more. My favorite part though, was Yuta. The whole fight with Yuta. That whole thing was crazy. And then like just being like understanding what his ability was. Copy, what the fuck? And then the whole cockroach kiss.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fucking A.
Chef's kiss.
Wow. Wow. They did that. So that was
He's
a big
like,
surprise.
this is the only way I could do positive energy. Give me
Goodbye.
dead.
So his whole that whole back half of JJK season 3 was super cool. I loved every moment of it. And I'm excited to see more.
Hell yeah. Me too, man. Me too. So I got top 3 highlights for this one. First is number 3 is the Yuta, Ryu, and Euro fight here. Again, really wanted to see the domain expansion a little longer, but it wasn't the fan service I received. But the overall fight was absolutely amazing. So number 3 highlight of the season. Number 2 was actually the Judge Man season with episode with Higurama versus Yuji. I was super curious. It's actually a tie between these two, to be honest with you, because I wanted to know what Judge Man was going to sound like, and I wanted to know what they were going to animate him to actually look like. Fucking insane. Can't wait to see more. I'm sure we're going to see more of that, just like we're going to see more of of Takuba and Megumi throughout the next few seasons, because clearly they're not dead. Obviously have a bigger role to play later. And then the other part, number 2, was the Chimera Shadow Garden new domain expansion look. Absolutely beautiful. Really happy with the way it looked. 100% fan service the entire episode. Now, before I get into number 1, this is my least fucking moment, and I think we could all fucking agree.
Yeah.
This is only 1 page of 3 of the rules that we had to read through. And look how long those are. Fucking bullshit, Gege. You're an asshole. Love you. You're an asshole. And then I'm not going to show the video because I feel like I don't want to torture anybody with the explanation of how Jujutsu Kaisen goes through shit. So we're all going to go to the number 1 highlight, which was Maki Zenin fucking shoving Neo's face into the fucking cement. This was, again, like I said, 3 pages of panels, large panels. This was one tiny little panel in the corner of the bottom page. And then they fucking just extended it to 4 fucking punches through the fucking skull, got us watching the broken skull. And since it's fan service, I think it's only right to show everybody little bits of clips. I want to give out a special shout out to the gentleman I am watching this video from. His name is Manga Club, him or her, I don't know. But thank you for putting this out. It's absolutely amazing. Now, what I'd like for us to do is obviously talk over it so we don't get in trouble. But I like how they show Toji little bits throughout this as like a representation between the both of them. This part here where it's really showing how he thinks he's overpowering Maki is absolutely amazing, because Maki's just tanking all of it and we don't know that yet. We're as the watcher, we think that she's just getting the shit fucking beat out of her, because I mean she's bleeding, yeah, and he's fucking rocking her shit, but like Toji would take this no problem, and she's supposed to be the new Toji, right? So I mean, and then this part right here, the fucking the no movement moonwalk is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just to stop it with a clap too, she's like, done.
Oh my god, this whole thing was super cool.
Just wipes out the fucking Zenin clan house.
Right. And I like seeing the frames per second, like how it's all cut up, you know?
Touches her because he's taking one more lap. And then bam!
Calculated.
I like how she had all that time to say all this too.
Yeah. She's talking so fucking fast right now. They just slowed it down for us.
By the way, blah, 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 psh. And yeah, the that
3
did
out
it
of
twice.
the 4, and then the skull crush right here, just
Skull
so
crush.
satisfying, because the character development for this dude was, we all fucking hate this misogynist piece of shit. Like, yeah, say that shit again, Neo. Say that shit again. And then she's got that fucking cursed sword that's fucking the strongest cursed tool that in the Zenin clan. Fucking amazing. 100%
Was that the one?
Fan service.
Was that sword the one that Mai made?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was
It was the sword she made. She can only make things that are actually available in the world. So essentially, her power is to steal. I mean, her power is called creation, but she creates real things that are real, and then it disappears from where it was, and then she has it in her hand. The only reason she was able to make it is because they were forming, and that's it. And she had to give up her whole life anyways to make the item. So I mean, 100% awesome fan service. Loved every episode. I am going to give this overall a 9.7.
All right, 9.7. Fetty, you want to give it a score?
Put me on the spot here, but I'm going to give it. It's really high up there for me, but because it's not complete, I gotta give it a bit of a lower score. So I'm gonna only give it a 9. Give it a 9. It's still really high because like there was a lot of great moments. I really liked a lot of the action scenes, but not complete. It could honestly be a 10 if part 2 was
We
included.
got part 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad that the thing is, I enjoyed the anime a lot. I want to give it a high score, but I feel like after that episode of explaining, it just like bugged me throughout the whole season. That's how much it affected me, man. Because
I hear you.
I'm the type of person that likes in movies and shows to show, not tell. And when people start telling, and I get that's part of like the JJK lore, that it felt like it was telling me so much of the things I'm already looking at, you know, like, yeah, I'm going to give it 7.9. I feel like it might not be fair.
7.9. That's crazy. But hey man, everybody has their own opinion. I don't agree with it, but
the thing is, like, here's what I'd say. Critically, I think that critically it would be a 9. I think it is definitely doing things that like anime should, like animation wise, and even like just the series as a whole. Like I think it's definitely up there. I think it's just for me, as far as like that nagging feeling, like because I wanted to like it so much, and I'm comparing it to season 2. I feel like it's way better than season 2 in some aspects, but when it comes to like the overall arc, I guess, because season 2 gave us a full arc. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Fetty's onto something that is just the first part. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Oh, well,
Yeah.
thank you guys. That's the fan service moment of the night. Yeah.
Woo! All
Yeah.
right. All right. As we recap the night and we put on our hats to send it all off, what are our final thoughts? Anything we talked about? What do you guys have anything you want to say about the 3 animes we finished watching?
Kuya, could you go first? I gotta use the
Yeah.
restroom real quick.
Oh,
I would say, I mean, overall, these animes to me are top tier. The scoring is not even so much like I would say their overall quality in terms of like animes you could rate at all times. I think it's just that for some animes, I have more things to compare it to from the previous seasons.
mhm.
One anime that I enjoyed a lot, which is Sentenced to Be a Hero, it's the first season, and I was
Right.
just surprised. I was delighted,
Yeah.
fully surprised.
Yeah. I
Um,
do see that in your rating. Yeah.
yeah, definitely, and I feel like that's why, in a way, I feel bad when it comes to JJK because of how much of like a momentum and hype it's getting, and I feel like I am in the minority in an island. I don't think that it's a bad anime. I definitely think it's great. It's amazing. Even
Gotcha.
it's one of the best. But I think sometimes I'm just like a harsh scorer, you know. So
No, dude, that's fine. I think that's good. I think that's good. My final
and
thoughts.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I guess the one thing is I am surprised by your guys' opinions. Definitely when it comes to like not in a bad way. Like in a way, it made me appreciate these animes more, and especially for JJK. I think now that I'm past that explanation video, maybe I'll just skip that episode. Like I wish they just gave us the like Attack on Titan style in between the title cards. They just gave us the thing.
Yeah.
And I'd pause it and read it, you know, one rule at a time, like Death Note. So
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Fair, fair.
Man, my final thoughts. Yeah, the 3 anime were for the winter season were super solid. Or I don't know. Yeah, this is winter season. Yeah.
Mhm.
I enjoyed all of them. Again, the 2 of them were continuations of like previous seasons. So they have a little bit more of a base that they've already started with. Versus, Sentence to Be a Hero, which is brand new. But and like they're really trying to like get it on a running start because there's definitely going to be a season 2. Overall, I enjoyed watching them. I'm excited to continue the more seasons. I know spring season has a lot coming up. A lot of continuation animes again, actually.
Mhm.
So not too many new ones that I saw that are interesting to me, but hearing um, well, that's a nice question, but getting into guys and picking your brains about like certain parts of the anime, like pointing out certain things too, was super cool.
Mhm.
Me being able to explain my theory about Tatsuya was super cool too.
Yeah. That was
dude, I
awesome.
love that theory, man.
Yeah,
I love
and
that
Great day.
theory.
Hope that comes true.
yeah, and then just hearing about everybody's like thoughts was like awesome. So that's where my final thoughts are.
My final thoughts would be that we are just blessed with anime this season. All 3 of these weren't only the best animes of this season. There's a lot of them that we aren't able to talk about because the time limits that we have. We could honestly sit here and probably talk your guys' ear off for 24 hours a day about everything that's going on, and all random animes, big animes, continuation animes, horror animes, new, old, whatever. But overall, this was a lot of fun. I loved every single anime that we talk about. Each one, even though some of them we didn't give the highest scores to, still love them, and I'm excited to see where they go. And I'm excited to talk about the next anime for the next episode that we do. So
Mhm.
can't wait, guys. This has been fucking awesome. I love every minute of it.
Hell yeah. And then additionally, were you surprised by anyone's opinions? Anything like surprised you or something that caught you off guard? My biggest one was I mean, I agree with Dark Ruffalo though. So I guess not really a surprise. Not really a surprise there.
You're surprised that I don't like to read.
I don't like to read either. But now that I think about it, I was like, yeah, I probably would have hated that shit too. But yeah, that's just where my opinions are. I don't think I wasn't too surprised.
Yeah.
Zanny is definitely all about JJK though.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
I
He
think
fucking loves
yeah.
the shit out of it.
Yeah, it's so good. I fucking
I
love
was
it, dude.
I was gonna say I feel like part of the enjoyment for Zanny too is like reading the manga and seeing
Yeah.
his favorite thing come to life, you know. So
Hell yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's honestly because I don't read every manga. You know, like
Mhm.
there's too much out there to read, and
Mhm.
I don't want to see something that could have been better because the manga did it better. And
Mm.
if I watch a show at from the beginning, I'm like, oh, this is new. Like I've read Chainsaw Man too. I'm really fucking pissed that it's not new seasons aren't coming out as fast as I want.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's like, and Chainsaw Man's not even finished. But besides the
Mhm.
point, like, I do really enjoy watching the still pictures come to life because they're just so awesome, and seeing the renditions that the artists have themselves that are different from the original artist and author is interesting in itself too. Because I mean, like, when people talk about One Piece, like in the manga, Sanji is one of the strongest characters for sure. Rarely actually gets shit on unlike he does in the anime. Constantly getting shit on by toy animators, and eh, I mean, to each their own. It's fine. Sanji's not my favorite character, but he should get a little bit more love. And
Yeah.
but I'm going
Mm.
off trail here. I think. What was the question?
Well,
You're surprised by anyone's opinions.
yeah, but
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
yeah, yeah.
yeah, but I also I didn't mean to cut you off, Eddie. I know you
No,
were
it's fine.
still
It's fine.
talking. Yeah.
No,
No.
I'm pretty much done.
But yeah, I think I just kind of jumped in while Fetty was saying he was like what he was surprised about. So
No.
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah. No, I think the biggest surprise to me uh was actually that was what's it called, the that Sentence to Be a Hero wasn't actually wasn't rated above Frieren for us. I think
mm,
that's my
Oh.
biggest surprise. Learning about more about what kind of anime you guys like to watch is a little bit more of a surprise because I like I said at the very beginning, I don't get to talk to a lot of people about anime, so I don't
mm,
know what is more popular for a lot of people and what is more popular for me. I'm a big battle manga guy. I like fucking isekais and horror ones, and I like to have a little romance in some of them, but
mm.
I don't necessarily like watching the romance animes like you gentlemen like to, and there's nothing wrong with that.
The
Not what I'm into.
way you said
That's awesome.
What? Fuck you mean?
I was trying to be kind. I didn't know how to say
I
it.
know.
Fuck you mean,
I'm
bro?
not judging you, but
That's
you guys
supposed to
are
mean?
weird.
You guys like certain. The whole point is that we all have different likes, and it's nice to understand what those are
Okay.
because of already knowing you
Okay.
guys ahead of time.
Mm.
Gotcha. Nice to bring it back. Way to bring it back, brother.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Well, the last thing to send it off is did your mind change at all after the discussions? Anything that flipped the script for you? Me personally, no, nothing really changed my mind about it. I think we came to like pretty basic agreements about a lot of things, and we understood people's points. Um, Again, I think we're definitely in the realm of like to each their own, the way they think about certain things, and we're very open about like trying to understand other people. So, um, I don't, I don't think my mind changed for anything. I thought it was pretty solid
Yeah,
for the
I
most part.
100% agree. I don't think my mind's changed about any of it. I think I have a new perspective
Mm.
for some of them, especially Frieren
Hmm.
and for Sentence to Be a Hero. My
Hmm.
perspective is locked in for Jujutsu Kaisen. No,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Blow
It's
by
one
there.
of my top
Gotcha.
anime of all time for the new ones,
Yeah.
but the other two for
Fair.
sure. Perspective has changed, and I'm going to go into it looking a little differently now.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like my perspective is also kind of locked in going into this discussion. What's interesting, actually, another thing that kind of surprised me is like looking at our final review score and also the letter scores leading up to it. How even when those letter scores are high, doesn't necessarily mean a high final score. So I think that just kind of shows how we're kind of gauging and how we're enjoying these animes. Like we can kind of look at them critically and see what's great about them,
Mhm.
but still kind of like what Zanny was saying, like what each person's into as far as anime. So that's when you see the final score. Like again, like when we break it down to certain animation, story, blah blah blah, we see the highlights, we see what's doing great, and we see
Mhm.
where we want more of something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that my mind, like I'm open to things. I'm hard headed, but I've listened to other people talk about media, like um, movies and podcasts, and I think when you could get more in depth, like if we maybe review one anime and we could go like more into more details, more episodes, I think that's when my mind can change more
Yeah.
than just an overall season quickly, you know. So
Yeah, fair enough.
Definitely fair. Fox says you guys make me want to get back on my anime grind. Well, if you do, brother,
dude,
you can join us on an episode. Just
yes.
Do
we could talk about whatever we all watch together. So if you ever want to get on the mic, be on the camera, and do a little bit of this, jump on in, brother. Jump on in.
You should
You
ask
gotta finish.
them.
You gotta finish the Sopranos first. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
We should ask Fox what he thought about tonight, and if anything surprised him, anything he liked about tonight's
Go ahead and
podcast.
ask him, brother.
Goat, goat. Let us know. How do you feel about this episode? It's our first one, and like with what we've discussed, do you feel like there's animes here you would want to watch more? Are we? Because you said you want to get back on your anime grind. Is there a specific one that kind of like stuck out to you?
Kaisen for sure.
Tyson. There you go.
Yeah,
There you
we
go.
haven't
Perfect.
seen what we watch, but he does like the format. Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. Appreciate that,
Awesome.
brother.
Awesome.
Good feedback. Good feedback. With that, we will wrap this episode up. We appreciate chat. You guys coming through, listening and watching with us. We will continue this, but I guess we're gonna talk in the back of which anime we're gonna watch. It has to be something we can all talk about, right? So it's something we all have to watch
Yeah.
together. That's a little whatchamacallit, to be continued, and we'll figure it out. So
We should
Final
play
Fantasy.
the to be continued
We should.
meme from
from
what is
One
it?
Piece.
No, not One Piece. The Bizarre Adventure JoJo's.
Oh,
Oh,
That meme. Yeah.
oh my god.
Well,
But
shit.
yeah, Force just says fan service. I don't know what that means. I guess I'm doing the outro now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that means what Zanny did earlier.
That
Shit.
was yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Whatever.
goddamn it. Well, friends,
Little out of format.
chat. It's been a great time. We're gonna send it on out. Dark Ruffalo. Where can they find you, good sir?
Hey, you guys can find me at the Holographic Children on Instagram, TikTok. I have a website, theholographicchildren.com, where you can check out my music. The Holo Chan on YouTube, on Twitch. Uh, of course, follow WGWW and King Confetti here and Mike Rack as well. These episodes, I mean, they're landing since I'm streaming it on the Holo Chan. It's gonna be there for the VOD. And I'm gonna cut up these anime segments so that it's shorter for you guys, so you can know what we think about for each anime. And yeah, let us know if there's something you liked, if you have any suggestions for what anime we should watch.
Fuck yeah. Zanny, where can they meet you at?
Y'all can find me at WGWWTV _ Zanny DeVito on IG. You could also find me on WGWWTV Twitch channel, as well as King Kong Fetty's channel and Mike Rack's channel every once in a while. So make sure you guys go check out all three, like and subscribe for sure. Check out our YouTube channel as well, Wave Gang Entertainment and Holographic Children's Hollow Chan, and all his music and beautiful art that he makes. We are going to be doing Wave Gang Wednesdays on Wednesday coming up this week. We're also going to be getting back into Resident Evil next Friday or Saturday. Haven't decided yet, haven't talked about it, but we will, and we will get right back into it. So make sure you guys come check that out on WGWW TV. See you guys then.
Lovely.
And Betty.
Me? Well, y'all can find me
You.
here. Y'all can find me at my Twitch channel, King Confetti. YouTube is a work in progress, so nothing there yet. But I'll be here Wednesdays with the Wave Gang with the brothers. You know, follow them. They're all creative as hell. Me and Desert Fox are going to start Parasite Eve 2 soon. I don't know when,
Ooh.
but it's a work in progress as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And yeah, just stop on by, say what's up. Let's have a good time. Let's play some games and let's top the shit up.
Yes, sir.
Well, chat, People of Kingdom. We're gonna sign the fuck on out, and we're gonna say our goodbyes. So,
Yes, sir.
you guys have a good night, have a good day, have a good morning, have a good morrow, have a good wherever the fuck you guys are. Keep on reading, stay chill, drink some water, and we'll see you